Let's turn that down a little bit. Beep, 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 beep. Hello there. Hello there. Why? How are you today? Cause I'm doing pretty good. And I'm gonna be deciding. Actually, well, I guess it's gonna be kind of a joint thing. Cause I'm gonna be like, oh my god, you're an asshole. And chat's gonna be like, no, Pippa, they're not the asshole. Because actually... I like that one, thank you. Thank you. Are you high? No. No, I don't do drugs. Except for alcohol and... caffeine and... a lot of Advil. A lot of Advil liquid gels. Limo, then come beep beep beep. Actually... actually... Shut up. Actually, you should shut up. Yeah. Yeah. I got like camera angles and everything. Isn't this crazy? Isn't this crazy? Don't forget the live tweet. I did it. I did it. I just did it. It should be up now, right? Should be up now, right? Maybe? Pippa huffs copium. I huff copium every single day. I got a doctor's prescription for copium. It is. Okay. Nice cinematography, nerd. Shut up. Shut up. You're a nerd. Pennies for breakfast, thank you for the $5. Chat, am I the asshole for being late to stream? Yes. Javin, come big PP. Why do you have an outline? Because it's cool. Sensei Doc, thank you for $5. Am I the asshole? And oh, I am the asshole, and I refuse to apologize. At ETF, thank you for the $2. Are you double outlined today? It looks nice. It's just one outline. Thank you. This is come big PP. Manual spicy cat raid. One of many, then come big PP. Manual spicy cat raid. Sophie, then come big PP. Beep 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 from Spain. 3 AM. Kill me. Oh, are you usually a VOD bro? Change your melding, come big PP. New Hulk Cure trailer dropped today, by the way. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't actually come out for a while though, right? Snack, then come big PP. When do stories start? When I say they start. When I say they start. Next month. Yeah, next month. Next month. Too long. Too long of a time. Trailer means it's half done. What are these cinematics? What do you mean, what are these cinematics? You don't like them? I'm liking this vibe. I got like the low attention span stuff on the side, so you guys can kind of like look at that when I'm too boring. And got like chat here. The chat box does not look great. I wanna find a new way to do the chat box. I like being outlined. I feel like it makes me pop a little bit more. It tickles the tism in a good way. Silver Dogs and come big baby. Hey Pip, I saw your like hurt thing. It's probably piriformis syndrome. Your symptoms match. I got it from a long plane ride. What? It can just happen from something like a plane ride? Yefflesinger with the $2 just got back from Waco. No Koresh bobblehead. Sad. Aw. Did you survive? The chat would look better flowing into the top? Like put chat up here? Like this? Is this better? There's like a little line here. Is this the ADD filter? Yes. Karen Fang, thank you for the $1. Trigger Point, thank you for the $2. Enable raid so Kirsha can raid Sticky Rabbit. Okay, hold on. I'm not gonna enable raids. I'm gonna do something else. Stretch the chat box, make it long. What do you mean, make it long? Make it long? Like this? Or like... How do I stretch? Like this? Is this what you want? Does this look good? Like long cat. Oh, this looks great. This is great. Yeah, this looks good. Yeah, we'll just keep it like this the entire stream. That's great. That's perfect. You guys are assholes. I don't need to put up a poll for that. I can just definitively say you guys are assholes. Jesus Christ. Extra thick. You guys are so stupid. You're so stupid. Nom nom nom. Some Coca-Cola. Rusty Nail, thank you for the white Tsupa. Or not Tsupa, but become a big pee-pee. Tasty Coke, great for the teeth. Yep. Leandro a lot. And come BGM. Hello, Stinky. I'm not stinky. Alrighty. My eyeballs are already burning, which is a good sign. I think it's because I was focused on setting all this stuff up. I tried a few different things to try and make it, like, fancier and better, but... Reinforcing, come BGM. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good, other than my eyeballs burning. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna put this to the side here. You guys can't see what I'm doing, but I can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna preemptively start like a little poll thing. I hate that I can see my viewer number. Wait, well, maybe if I drag it a little bit here... Never mind. I don't have to see my viewer number. I get really self-conscious when I can see my viewer number. Because then I'm like, oh... Well, if I had done a better thumbnail, or if I had put more thought into the title, or whatever. You know, I just second-guess everything when I see the numbers. The numbers! My advice, if you're ever gonna be a streamer, you should turn your numbers off if you're on Twitch, because that's an option. If you're on YouTube, just don't look at the page. Not to be careful, come BGM. Person with a name that I can't read. Thank you for coming, BGM. I like your emote, the avatar. That's all I think. $5 does the camera thing have a shake whenever you scream? Makes things easier for editing. No, I don't think it has a shake when I scream. I could set it to like, to move when I like to cut camera angles when I scream. I don't know how to make it work though, because it wasn't I think I have to go into like my sound mixer thing. My default import device is this. I don't know how to. Maybe I have to go into 𝐶𝑯�0 itself and set it. There we go. Input. I can try it. The numbers, Pippa. What do they mean? They mean absolutely nothing. Okay, that's BPM. Okay, audio. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I tried. I'm gonna fix the chat box. It's bothering me. Why so much move? Because. Shut up. Yeah, an attempt was made. Stop stalling. Okay, let's get to the stories, chat. Let's get to the stories. Oh, Wolf and Wing Singer, $5. Pippa showered last week. She's not stinky. I showered yesterday. Fonsky, then come. Oh wait. Then come BGM. TJ Odell, thank you for the $2. Pippa Dental Funds. Young Leaf, thank you for the $5. Pippa, the video in the background is too distracting. You'll get over it. Abby, then come BGM. Pippa Love, welcome to Die. Thank you for coming BGM. You're muted. No, I'm not. Alright, let's get into the stories. Let's get into the stories. I will read that super chat later. And at least do some stories. Although now I'm like, man, in the time that it took me to say that, I could have read the super chat. We're 10 minutes in. I'm just gonna start. Okay. A lot of we did a few of these. So for context, the last time I did one of these streams, I was feeling really ill. And so I ended up cutting it short. And you guys seemed like you wanted it back. Like you wanted a follow-up. But then I was looking at the waiting room and somebody goes, recycled content. I'm just oversensitive right now. I'm just sensitive. I'm back and I'm not worried that I won't live up to how you guys remember me. From my week-long hiatus. Okay, anyways, trauma dumping. I'm gonna take a sip. Woman moment. Alright. I think, did we follow? Yeah, okay. I think we ended off on this one. But I'm gonna read it again because it was just so especially, like, weird and, like, detailed that I feel like it's a good one to start on. Alright. Croc tears? No, I'm a rabbit. Alright. To me. I once tracked down a famous VTuber's childhood home. I'll keep the VTuber anonymous, but this was back right after she had first debuted. I was able to use some very publicly available information, including some stuff that was posted to a few different image boards to track down one of her previous YouTube accounts. Part of the leaked information also included the name of a family member of hers. I was able to link the name to a local business that was being run out of a personal home under that family member's name. Well, I googled that address and I found a link to a Redfin post that included a full 3D virtual tour of that house. It seemed it had recently gone up for sale. Coincidence? Now, to link it back to the old YouTube account, this VTuber had posted a full room tour of her workspace. Through the power of autism, I was able to compare shots from that room tour to the 3D virtual house tour of the address I'd found earlier. It was a 100% match. I was able to virtually tour not only her old workspace, but also her old bedroom. I was able to corroborate via several details, including the exact model of the computer from the YouTube room tour. Oh wait, including the exact model of the computer from the YouTube room tour was also pictured in the virtual house tour. I am going to beat the shit out of everyone in chat who's saying she already read this, because I literally just explained that I already read this, and then I'm reading it again because it's interesting. Pay attention! Anyways, one guy. No, there's more than one guy saying it! Anyways, so, am I the asshole for digging this far? I never actually did anything with this information, and I've never told this to anyone outside of someone who was shoulder surfing me at the time. There's probably a lesson to be learned here about posting information on the internet. Are they the asshole? Yes or no? I can't pay attention because of the background footage. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you guys. Oh my god. Is this person an asshole? Didn't she read this? I should just... Mods! Ban anyone who asks if I've already read this before! Ah! I don't mind the background, but the music is kind of loud. You guys are such complainers. You're such complainers. You complain about everything! No wonder I'm so insecure! The fox! Pip, I can't pay attention. Can you put some Subway Surfers in the background? Also, happy birthday. Bad energy, you read the $2. Can you put on Family Guy? Thanks! No! Whatever, thing on Big B's. I missed the story. Can you read it again? Hashim, thank you for the $5. Brother, I watch a VOD. Your week-long hiatus was like 10 minutes for me. Oh, okay. How many of you guys actually did go catch up on VODs while I was gone? I wonder. Subway Surfers, no. I've never played Subway Surfers, but I've played like the off-brand versions. There was like an Animal Jam version of Subway Surfers. I played that. Kluker, then come Big PP. FC play losing for $2. I was distracted by the video. Read it again. No! Jesus Christ. Lithium Mike, then come Big PP. Rabble. Me? I watch VODs, but not recently. Ari's official tie, thank you for the $5. Can we watch mobile gameplay footage instead? No. Stupid ugly, thank you for $2. Dreamer, I got TikTok brain. Please kill me. Peppa can't read. What? Okay, I'm ignoring you guys now. Alright! 1,000 people said yes! Coming in at 55%. OP is an asshole. 45% of people said no. OP is not an asshole. I'm gonna say... I forgot the question. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Shut up. I'm gonna say I don't think you're an asshole. I think it's just kind of weird. Right? I don't think it's an asshole to like e-stalk people, right? It's only I think you'd be an asshole if you like use that information to send like weird super chats or weird marshmallows or or like typed in chat like forbidden knowledge or whatever. You know, like that's what makes you an asshole. I don't think just being nosy makes you an asshole. Just kind of creepy. But we're all kind of creepy sometimes. Ah! Usually it's just with more socially acceptable things like celebrities' personal lives, you know? Not me? Liar. I have never seen a single person, alright, who is like, no, I'm not interested in human beings at all that I do not know, right? There's the... Listen. For most people, it's like celebrities. It's like, oh my god, who is Jennifer Aniston dating? Brangelina, blah, 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 blah. For men, it's this is my collection of books on Winston Churchill documenting the second that he was born to the second that he died and every single personal experience that he had. You know? It's like it's all the same. It's all the same thing. You know? Get out of my head. It's all the same thing. Ryan Gosling. I don't think just using Ryan Gosling images is like the same kind of thing. It's just like there's like certain acceptable targets of being nosy, right? Because like, especially with like historical books and stuff, you know, like biographical books, right? A lot of those, they're only okay because the person's dead. And they were either like too famous for there to be like any expectation of privacy, or there's nobody like, there's no estate that's like maintaining their image, you know? That's what I think. That's what I think. That's why I don't think it's wrong. Or, well, no. I don't want to say that. I'm not gonna make a judgment on that. I don't think you're an asshole for being nosy about a VTuber's forbidden knowledge. It's along that same vein. You know? It's unnecessary. Like Stan Lee's Twitter? What? Stan Lee has a Twitter? That's still active even though he's dead? Okay, 𝐒𝐚𝐭 with a voice changer. Fuck off! You can't reveal my secret identity. Anyway, since I went on that spiel, 59%. It went from 55% to 59%. Some people just listened to me talk and they were like, holy shit. She's so fucking wrong. I'm gonna vote yes. I'm gonna vote yes. Actually, the person is an asshole. Pippa, you are so incorrect. Okay, alright, I'm ending that one off. The best badness thing for Loris. Am I the asshole for not knowing whether you've had this outline or not? No, this outline is new. The outline is new. Take the L. I'm not taking the L. Alright, next one. My ex-girlfriend once said that our relationship doesn't have any thrill anymore. So I jokingly suggested that I will chase her while holding a knife so she would feel thrilled. Needless to say, she got angry. But am I the asshole, though? Short and sweet. None like your love life, I guess. Well, I don't know. I guess that relationship will be short, but not so sweet. Okay, let's make the poll. My little thing got messed up. Why does this happen? There we go. Okay. Alright, the name Joe didn't come big pee-pee. It's just a prank, bro. Yeah, so are they the asshole for chasing their ex-girlfriend around with a knife after she said their relationship doesn't have much thrill anymore? Running with scissors is already a bad idea. Running with a knife for foreplay is a really bad idea. Binary Eclipsing Doors. Hi, have you ever played the Tenchu games? No, I have not. And then the destroyer thing come Big TV. The background videos are grossing me out, Pippa. I don't like it, and I want you to know I don't like it. The background videos are grossing me out. Yo, get over it! Check the thing. I think for the $10. Here's some schmickles for the reward of brush fun. Get well soon. Also, have you thought about auctioning off the teeth and other tissue, asking for a friend? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. 50 Shades Enjoyers like that. Sure, my god, I think we're $2 do be like, why are you running? Why are you running? Grabbing for $4. Typical young man, eager to start but quick to finish. What? Subway Surfers is better. You guys are so annoying! Have you guys never been to like a casino and you're sitting down on the benches and they have like fucking stock footage playing? What the fuck is your guys' problem? You're like, no, stock footage, oh my god, oh, stock footage. No, liars. Liars. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. This video's kind of creepy. And this one looks like fetish content. Alex Jaguar think Big TV. Pippa, good idea, but casino footage. But casino footage back there. Ah! CK Mission didn't come Big Baby. Sebastian Monroe didn't give her the $5. It's crazy. I was crazy once they locked me in a rubber room with rats, and the rats made me crazy. I hate it. Oh my god, Mr. $3. Can we get actual stock footage like that? Oh my god! Ah! Okay. Casino stock footage. Casino motion graphics. Is this what you guys wanted? Look, this is not as nice. This is not as nice. Very big AL thing for the $2. Oof, that truck painting reminded me of shoe polish. The screen wobbling is making me seasick. Shut up. Much better? You guys are so stupid. You guys are so stupid. Casinos are cringe. So is chat! Okay. 63% of people said no. OP. Should we just call him Anon? Anon was not the asshole for chasing his girlfriend around with a knife after she said the relationship was not thrilling. Francis Income BB. I don't like the tism background. I don't like it. I don't care. Very big yelling with the doors. I have polished shoes now. If y'all want some, hit me up. Okay. Okay. He didn't actually do it. Okay, yeah, jokingly suggested. Jokingly suggested chasing her around with a knife. So bidding for dollars. YouTube wants us to pay $15 a month so we can minimize your window and play Subway Surfers. Fuck off. Very different. Okay, true. That is very different. That is very different. Alright. Next one. A while ago, I had an odd job of driving around someone's teenage kids to places they needed to go. One time, I had to drive them to a concert that they were going to perform at as a band. After we got there, I told them that I was leaving and I would be back to pick them up. They seemed disappointed and asked if I wasn't going to stay and watch them perform. I said no and left to go get Wendy's. I went back home to play video games, then came back and picked them up after an hour. Am I the asshole? The venue was at a pub and I'm not a very social person, let alone someone who drinks. Okay, you were driving around someone's teenage kids. What does that mean? Whose kids were these? What do you mean you were driving around someone's teenage kids? Whose kids were they? Maybe a babysitter. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe their family? Probably family? I don't know. I'm gonna make the poll. Are they the asshole for not sticking around to watch these teenage kids' band performance? say... I don't know. I'll let you guys decide. I'll let you guys decide first. I'd leave too, to be honest. Not enough info. It probably sucks, I know. I think if this was your family... not sticking around. Yeah, that's kind of a dick move. But with something, Dolores keyboard auction win. Need them snacks and the keys. Shut up. If they were your family and you didn't stick around, or they were like your friends' kids, right? If this is like your best friend's kids, then I think you should still, you know, because then, like, you know, you're basically doing a favor to your friend. Can't be chatting with doors. Babysitter abandoned teens at pub 5-star service. But also, if this is at a pub, what do you mean teenagers? Maybe, well, I guess if you're using the word pub, maybe this is in like the UK or something. Customers aren't your friends. If they're just a babysitter and they left these kids at the pub. Oh yeah, I had an odd job of driving around someone's teenage kid. But yeah, he was hired to do this. So now, you're just Uber. You're just a fucking Uber. No, who cares? You're not an asshole. 78% of people said no, Anon is not the asshole. 22% said yes. 𝐶𝑯𝒀𝒀𝒽𝒀𝒽𝒀𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽𝒽 yes. If you said yes, why? I'm gonna start Q&A. Why is Anon the asshole? Arclight, thank you for the $10. What if they joked about eating his rabbit? Fuck off. Press Madagascar, thank you for the $. Can you make your model zoom around and spin too? It would really help with it. Oh my god. Die, thank you for the $2. I'll settle for Minecraft parkour. Brutus and come big pee. Tom Crit and come big pee. No, casino footage is not it. Bowling alley screen footage is where it's at. I wasn't paying attention and just clicked yes. Okay. Responsible for their welfare? I don't know. Because he could have scammed their parents for more money. Now that's a good point. If he had stuck around and he had charged them for the hour of sitting there, that would have been a pretty hefty paycheck, most likely. I think you're onto something. I split my vote. Tell Sleepy I love her. That's not a response to the question. His job was to drive the kids. He has responsibilities to bring them back. Yeah, but he'll bring them back in an hour when they're done with their performance. He's being paid to watch the children, left them at the bar alone. They're teens and Anon is responsible. If something would happen to them, he'd be responsible. Wasn't paying attention, but shouldn't have been watching them? Oh, shouldn't he have been watching them? I assume OP didn't have supervision duties, but he probably should have, considering they're minors performing at an establishment that sells alcohol. I don't know. I think we need more information on this. I think we need more information on that one. Outsourcing the work to the bar goers. Alright. It's about a message. I think he should have stayed. A copacetic thing with $10. Some pubs in the UK require you to be 14 or 18. And you have to be 18 or older to order alcoholic drinks. But pubs are public houses, generally welcoming all. Alright, next one. Wrong button. There we go. Oh, I scrolled and I lost it. Okay. I tried to help my mother sober up from a heroin addiction for close to 24 years. Or 20 years. Sorry, not 24. For close to 20 years. This caused me to lose relationships, completely and financially destroy me. All the while, she lied to my siblings that I was being mean and abusive towards her. Eventually, the scales were tipped hard enough in an argument where I threw some dishes at a wall and I finally left her finally left out of her life. Every now and then she would call me and I would respond with an I don't care, no matter the subject. No more than a year after I left her, she finally overdosed with no one to save her, and she was found dead, abandoned by her friends. If I were there to Todd wrangle her, I know she would be alive, but no one else in the family was willing to take up the fight. But at the same time, I'm almost 40 and my life is in ruins because I tried to save her. Despite all my hatred for her, I hate myself more. Am I the asshole for giving up the fight to try and get her clean? That one's heavy, holy shit. Okay, I'm making the poll. I'm making the poll. I need to drink some water. The cola is like bothering my throat. Ham yum 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 yum. More soda. No. No. Ah! I completely missed my mouth. Holy shit. This story seems to be one-sided. Why does the story seem one-sided? I think... I don't know, like... Could they have done more, or could they have like provided other people's perspective? Like, yeah, but this is just their perspective, and they didn't like... I don't know, they weren't like... I can't articulate. I'm trying to find... I'm trying to reset it up so I can see. 20 years, Jesus. They did it for 20 years. They tried to help their mother for 20 years. Ding dong, thank you for the... And so ends our stock footage! Okay, Look at those recommendations. I don't know what... Why are there ones in Spanish and why are there like NBA ones? Okay. Anyways. Ooh. What should I put on for stock footage now? NYC stock footage. Car crashes. Oh my god. Look. There you go. There you go. NYC cop stock footage. No. Bowling alley. No. Super ugly thing with the $5. I personally like watching our streamer tweak back and forth all over the screen. What? I don't understand what your guys' problem is. I was very proud of this setup. I thought it was cool, and you guys keep complaining. Dental work. No. Ding dong ding with the $10. The story's one-sided because the other side is dead. Well, that's fucked up. But also true. Ragnar ding $5. Holding on to an anchor just means you'll both drown. You can't save someone who doesn't want to save themselves. It's a cool setup. Thank you. Thank you. Why is this stock footage so low quality? Jesus Christ. Oh well. 85% of people say no. Anon is not the asshole. Alright. Hold on. Gotta check something else now. Oh. My screen alerts are not appearing. They're making noise, but they're not appearing. God damn it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to everybody whose screen alerts have not appeared. Okay, there we go. Always something. It's always something. Professional streamer. Portal gamer thing for those never get to show up to streams on the weekend. I don't even know what's going on, but oh well. Have $5 for your clean your room fun. Thank you. Okay. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna say a poll. If you said yes, why? I'm very curious. 16% of people said yes. 84% of people said no. My personal opinion is I do not think Anon is the asshole here. I think trying for 20 years is more than enough. I think trying for 20 years is way more than enough. You did not need to try for that long. Technically, you don't have to try for any amount of time. Trying for more than 5 is enough. Yeah, I agree with that. I think like 5 years is like that would already be like dedication. Accidentally clicked yes. The fact that you tried for 20 years and the fact that you're almost 40 means you spent over half of your life watching somebody that most likely meant the world to you suffering and making the same mistakes over and over, and you kept trying to save them, and they would not save themselves. They would not take the hand that you were giving them. I don't think you're an asshole. I don't think she's an asshole either. Because you mentioned at the beginning, like, all the while she lied to my siblings that I was being mean and abusive towards her. Like, that is an asshole thing to do. But I also don't think that she's an asshole for that. I think she's an asshole for getting herself into heroin. But also, like, drugs have terrible effects on people. I don't know. I don't think anybody's an asshole in this situation. I think it's just sad. It's just a sad situation. Yeah. Druggies lie, it's what they do. Yep. It's a terrible situation, yeah. Meth is so yummy though. Yummy. Alright. I wouldn't call him an asshole, but I am of the opinion that if you're going to start something, it is best to finish it. If you've invested so much time already, a third option would have been better. I think that's called the sunk cost fallacy. Right? Like, that's not... I don't think just because you tried helping somebody for a while that now you have to commit the rest of your life to helping them. Especially if they're making no effort to help themselves. Like, why keep trying to save the rotting limb? Just cut it off. It's just gonna keep rotting. Her mom was 40. He's been trying for 20 years. No, or I think he's either saying him being 20-year-old to account for all the things, or he's just lying. No, he's 40. He's almost 40. And he was trying to help his mother for 20 years. They don't mention age. If someone is willing to admit they throw dishes on the wall, it has a lot more they don't want to, the abuse allegations might hold some water. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair. I think Anon could have just been being honest, and that moment held a lot of like gravity to him, right? Like that was like an impactful moment. Like I don't think snapping after 20 years and throwing dishes at a wall makes you abusive. You know, Anon got pushed to his breaking point, did something that he shouldn't have. But I don't think that leads any credence to abuse allegations. That's my opinion. I would have just walked away, but to each their own. No, I think throwing something out of anger at this situation is different than hurting your own mother. Yeah. You want to try and help a junkie for 20 years? Oh, if you try to help a junkie for 20 years and don't throw dishes, you have mental issues? If anything, Anon walking away is exactly what his mother wanted him to do. No, his mother probably wanted him to stick around and keep supporting her, and I don't know what Anon actually did for his mother, but a lot of times addicts, they want more resources because they can ask you, they can be like, oh, well, I need food, you know, I'm gonna die if I don't eat, I'm literally starving. And so you're like, okay, here's some food, and they trade the food for drugs, or they spend all their money on drugs and they just keep bumming food off of you. Like they want the resources, they want the free shit. You can only help someone out so much, but no matter what, it's gonna suck because you don't put that much work into someone unless you actually love them. It's impossible to help someone who won't help themselves. He put 20 years into it. He's definitely not an asshole. No, because you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make a drink. My tummy rumbled. Anything for another bump. Next? Alright, next. Next! Hungry. Alright. Oh my god. I keep insisting that the streamer Pipkin Pippa read a sentence of a bookworm volume 2 for book club, despite her having hated the first volume because it has magic. But I believe my efforts will be rewarded when she reads volume 2. It is a mini Spice and Wolf regarding making and selling plant-based paper. You are the asshole! Sorry. The council has decided. I put a poll up really quick, and yeah, everybody voted yes. You're the asshole, and no ascendance of a bookworm. Next! Next! Alright. Alright. Am I an asshole for wanting the Peppa Pig stream to happen? Yes. Okay. Wow, this one's dark. Okay, I'm skipping this one. Hold on. Skipping. Okay, hopefully this one is... Alright. Okay. Too dark? There are some dark ones. Not dark as in like it's just oh, it's such a sad story or whatever. But more like I don't want to get into it. Anyways. I met a Karen for the most unlikely reason. While I was at the till paying for a packet of Maltesers, I had to take one earphone out. It wasn't even at full blast. I was listening to a mini album where a dude made a bunch of remixes for trending songs. The song that I was currently listening to was a dubstep remix of All I Want for Christmas. Then a Karen who was behind me decided to slap me on the back of my head. She was genuinely annoyed at me. She said, "Why the fuck are you listening to that rubbish?" I just told her it's because I enjoy it a lot. She was trying to justify that apparently I'm not allowed to listen to it. I just turned the music down and ignored her, but she tried to take my earphones from me, failed miserably, and she got escorted out of the shop. The person behind the till asked why I was listening to that song when it was March. Thankfully, he was more understanding about it. I didn't think of filming at the time, sadly. How did they hear if you had earbuds in? How did you have earbuds in? What? Everyone in chat saying fake. How did you have earbuds in? How did they hear if you had earbuds in? They took one out. No, like how did the Karen hear? Some earbuds have mics. You can hear the music if you have it up enough. How loud are you listening to fucking music? Mr. You're thinking with $2 in that man's name, Albert Einstein. You're thinking with $2. I cooed the first lord of the Star League. Am I the asshole? Not the ATF thinking with $2. Read it. Lucy, I'm thinking $2. I voted yeah because there were not many people. Bingo, bingo, tingo, bingo, then come be crazy. I was crazy once. They put me in a room, a rubber room, a room filled with rats, and rats make me crazy. That's why I'm here for fake, but not the asshole who's real. Yeah, I think Anon's the asshole for listening to Christmas music in March. I think if you listen to Christmas music in March, you're a bad person. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. The only person that gets an exception is I think Gura mentioned on her streams. Listening to Christmas jazz. But that's because I like her. But I don't know you, Anon. I mean, not that I know Gura either, but like... I like her content. I don't know your content, Anon. So I'm gonna say you are the asshole. 56% of people said yes, Anon is the asshole. Alright. Skip. My sister started an OnlyFans, so I subscribed to support her entrepreneurship. She said that was weird. Oh my god. Oh god. Is Anon the asshole for supporting his sister's OnlyFans career? You have a brother, Pippa. Chad is my brother, but I don't have an OnlyFans. On one hand, yes. On the other hand, no. Some generic name they can find $5. Mom, David won't get off the computer. He's been playing the Ascendance of a Bookworm audiobook on full blast for 5 hours. Oh my god. Fake, how did he find out? His sister probably told him? Alright, 54% of people said yes. Anon is the asshole for subscribing to his sister's OnlyFans. I'm gonna say no! Anon is not the asshole. Because what's wrong with helping and supporting a small business? Is Anon wrong for supporting small businesses? For supporting the family business? I don't think so. I think he's a good brother. He's just a very wholesome brother, supporting his very wholesome sister. You only start thinking $5. Ring-a-ling, ring-a-ling. It's Christmas time in the city. I'll think of the $5. Can we get pimple popping in the background? Oh, no. Oh, God, I hate those videos. They even come big, yikes. Okay, next one. Bribed my school class to elect me class president by offering empanadas to everyone that voted for me. And after getting voted in, only bought them for like 2 of my best friends. What the fuck? Anon, you have a very bright future ahead of you as a politician. I'm gonna reread that. Bribed my school class to elect me class president by offering empanadas to everyone that voted for me. And after getting voted in, only bought them for like 2 of my best friends. I heart saying come big pee. True politician. He's a true politician. 64% of chat says yes, you are the asshole. I'm going to say yes, you are an asshole, and that's why you will make a brilliant politician. I can't wait to give you my vote. Jesus Christ. Not his fault the 2 friends didn't share properly. Yeah, if anything, you know, he made the attempt. It's on all the other people for not following through. There you go. Classic politician-ism. I didn't do anything wrong. I tried to. Everybody else just stopped me. Sent 𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐭 𝐑𝐮𝐥𝐞𝐬. He could have just given her the money, you weird rabbit. But he's like boosting her in the analytics or something. I don't know. Does this work like YouTube? Where the more subscribers you have, the more you're boosted? Doomsday Dan, thank you for the $2. Pippa, your southern upbringing is leaking. I'm not an authentic southerner. I just live here. Sensor Duck, thank you for the $5. Yes, but giving money to women is cringe. I did not have a southern upbringing. I had a redneck upbringing. Which is why I fit in very well in the South. Naturally negative, thank you for $5. Better they learn to hate politicians early than late. He did them a favor. Yeah, he was... You know what? Not the asshole. Anon was just teaching them young not to trust politicians. Comfy Chair, thank you for $5. Space politician teaching people early on that they're all trash. Yeah. David Hunting, come big people offered to help me with things, so I accept and wait, and then I'm told you should be more self-reliant. Am I the asshole? Yes, cause fuck you. Max thank you for $5. And the kid that didn't get the empanada, Donald Trump. Okay then. Next one. I drew lewd art of a friend's original character and censored. Oh, and jacked off to it, and they have no idea. The only copy of the picture is on my hard drive. Are you like a talented artist? Are you a talented artist? Or are you just kind of like jacking off to crude MS Paint doodles? If they don't know, then it's chill. This might make me a bad person. Oh, I don't know. 80% of people are saying no. Anon is not the asshole for jacking off to art that he made of his friend's original character. I'm also gonna say no. I think when you make that kind of thing public is when you're definitely an asshole and you're definitely crossing a line. But what's really the difference between, like, if you were like thinking that kind of thing and then and drawing it? I guess the better question is are you an asshole for jacking off to your friend's original character in general? I don't see why it would be an issue. It's a character. It's not like you're jacking off to your friend. I don't know. Like that doesn't seem like an issue. It's just a character. Yeah, this is a complete non-issue. Still odd. That would be bad? The character is a self-insert. If it's a self-insert, that makes things a little weird. I don't know if that makes you an asshole. Oreo-chan, $10. Roses are red, violets are blue. Pornhub is down. Your Facebook will do. What the fuck? It could be their self-insert. I don't know. If it's their self-insert, it's weird. I don't think you should do that. The Watcher thing for $5 is basically more personal hentai fan art. It's not weird if you're dating. Well, if it's their friend, then I assume that no. No. What is it good? It just makes them weird. Yeah, I think it's just weird. I think it's just weird. You're not an asshole. It's just weird if the character is like a self-insert. Yeah, it's just a drawing. Alright. Next one. Oh yeah. 79% of chat voted no. You're not the asshole, Anon. Alvaro Diaz, thank you for the 5 pence. Just bros partaking in artistic endeavors. Jack and Alpha, thank you for Dolores. Inserting himself into the self-insert. Oh my god. A year ago, I took my mother and father on a vacation to a location where a good friend of 5 years lives, named Tony. As I am in my late 20s and have a distrust for women, So I probably won't provide my parents with grandchildren they desire. Instead, I want to form plenty of memories with them while I still can. So I went all out and spent around $6,000 on this trip and had everything scheduled out with one free day for the beach. Tony assumed that I would take time on that free day to spend time with him rather than my family, despite me giving no indication that I would. Whenever I returned without meeting with him, he became irate and confronted me and told him bluntly that I am not... And I told him bluntly that I am not sorry. Perhaps I could have communicated better that I wouldn't be meeting him. Am I the asshole? So is Anon the asshole for not going to the beach with Tony when he scheduled a vacation with his family? I'm gonna read that again. I'm gonna read that part again. I went all out and spent around $6,000 on this trip and had everything scheduled out with one free day for the beach. Tony assumed I would take that time on the free day to spend time with him rather than my family, despite me giving no indication that I would. So his friend lives near the beach. His friend lives near the beach. I'm gonna say... Tony sounds like a woman. Yeah, Tony's a jerk. If Tony wanted to spend time with you on that day, Tony should have asked, hey, do you want to hang out on that day while you have free time? Like... you don't get to just assume that you have plans with somebody, right? Like that's... I'm not an expert on hanging out with people, but you know, I've hung out with Sleepy a few times. But I think Tony's a little bitch. You're not the asshole. You're not the asshole. Tony's just a little bitch. I'm jealous. Yeah, like, they're spending time with your family. Free day for the beach. I assume you're still going to the beach with your family. Would Tony just, like, tag along with your family? I don't know. I think it would have been polite to invite him. Right? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Unless your family's, like, really reserved and not, like, wanting to hang out with strangers or whatever. Like, if it would make your family uncomfortable, then don't do it. But I think it would have been polite of you to offer. Stop ending with Dolores. He's an asshole for ending his genetic lineage. Oh my god. Jack Benson, thank you for Dolores once again. Good communication. Fails to save the day. Yeah. 78% of chat says no! You are not the asshole. Yeah, Anon spent $6,000 on that fucking vacation. And I think it makes sense to prioritize his family. The money isn't relevant? No, the money is relevant. Listen, man. If I spend $100 to go on a vacation, that vacation does not hold the same level of importance as the one that costs $6,000. Implemented missionary, thank you, Dolores. Sleepy Project, you mean Stacks Project, am I right? Oh my god. Yeah, but you're weird. Shut up. I'll take... No. No. I'm right. I'm right. Anon might be a woman. Well, Anon said they have a distrust of women and they wouldn't be giving their parents grandchildren. So I think that implies that Anon is male. He didn't want to out himself as gay to his parents, that's why he didn't invite him. Yeah, I'm right, you're wrong. Bye-bye. What are we voting on? Oh, I haven't even read it yet. Why are you guys voting? 179 people started. 210 people started voting. I hadn't even read it yet. You guys... God damn it, chat. Oh my god. You know, a sip of water. Yeah, my throat is just so sore. Alright. This is something minor, but has bugged me since it happened, like an itch you can't reach. Back when I was going to high school, I needed to get a uniform for the school I was going to. I needed to wear a polo and khakis/work pants for my school. Polo can be any color, just could not have large logos and stuff like it. My grandmother and my uncle, who is an alumni of that school, went out with me to buy some things for school, including clothes. We went out for clothes first because that would take the longest. I was looking around for some polos I would like. Then my grandmother came to me with her suggested colors. I was not a big fan of her selection. She got me a vomit green polo, baby blue polo, and a gray one. And I was fine with the gray one, but the other two I was not a fan. Going through my edgy teenage black and red phase. I made a disapproving face as I told her I did not like the colors she got me. She then went sour and told me I should be grateful she's doing this for me and all that noise. My uncle joined her side and scolded me too. Made me feel real awkward about it. I know you're supposed to be grateful to anyone who gives you a gift, even if it is one you don't like. But here's the thing, she didn't buy them yet. She was just looking for my approval. And when I did not give it, she got mad at me. If she already did buy them and it was what I got, then so be it. It is what it is. However, that was not the case. We're still in the store, walking around. I felt so bad because of it, I basically made no decisions and went with whatever they got me for the rest of the day. Was I the asshole in this situation? Grandmother sounds like a bitch. Sorry. Your grandmother sounds like a fucking cunt. I don't know, did you word it weird or something? Like, you said you gave them a disapproving look. Maybe you gave like a really, like a shitty look? And that pissed her off? Maybe she thought you didn't want to be there or something? I don't know, I'm trying to imagine. Check good thing with Dolores, but why is your throat sore? Probably from eating a bunch of sour Skittles. Eating a shit ton of sugar even though I shouldn't. Also talking a lot. Woman moment. Yeah, that'll do it. I like sour Skittles. Peppa, please. Peppa, no, stop eating those. No, I can't stop. On her way to losing tooth number 4. I can have Skittles. I just have to brush my teeth after. So you lost 4 teeth. No, I lost 3 teeth. Stop eating those. Ah! Anyways, no, I don't think you're the asshole, Anon. I think your grandmother's the asshole for throwing a bitch fit over your feedback to clothing that you were shopping for. If she had already bought them and you were still in the store, I think even then you would still be justified to say, hey, actually, I was thinking something else. Do you mind if we return these and pick something else out that was more my style? Right? I would still think that's justified. Like, be polite about it and express gratitude for the gift that you're receiving. But like, you're not an asshole for it. Anyways, 81% of people voted no. 81% of people said no. Claiming TP thing with a 350 for the entertaining rabbit. Oh. Oh. There we go. But that's not what edgy teenagers do. Maybe you had like a really shitty attitude leading up to this. If you didn't and she just got really like defensive and angry over this for no reason. No lyrics. I want just instrumental. Mr. Plong, for those gonna head to work. Thanks for fun stream like always. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you have a good day at work. Everything for those. Hey, Pippa. Alright, how hyped are you for the next Holocure update next month, by the way? Hope your day's been chill. Thank you. I'm very hyped. I can't believe how large the game is. Like, it's more than just a bullet shooter game now. It's crazy. The Milkman thing, Dolores, for the Pippa Titanium Teeth one. Shut up. Yeah, no, you're not the asshole. Your grandmother is just crazy. It's more than a vampire survivor clone, yeah. They're putting in cool mechanics, they are. Alright. I was a... Sorry. I was a kid waiting in my mom's van in a parking lot outside a clothing store, and a lady parked next to me opened her door right into our car. It made a big scraping noise and left a dent. She pretended it didn't happen because she didn't notice I was in the car. So after she went in, I slammed the door she messed up into her car repeatedly with all the force a middle schooler could. I realize now that I made my mom's car worse, but I'm still confident that the lady who started it and was gonna pretend it didn't happen deserved it. Wow! What the fuck? I feel like I saw a video of this. Careful, Anon, there might be leaked CCTV footage of this. Jesus. Naturally negative thing from Lord Shadow the Hedgehog got real sheepish after Granny scolded him. Where's the collating where come Big PP? You posted the poll, we had to vote. I'm gonna say... Sorry, I'm gonna disagree with chat. Chat, right now, the poll's at 64% no. I'm gonna say yes, you were the asshole for this add-on. In this particular moment, you were the asshole. Not for getting revenge on the lady's car, but for fucking up the car door of your mom's car. But it was funny. Yeah, you were based for what you did, but you were still an asshole. You're still an asshole. I think, like with all things in life, you should think before you act. I know I don't follow that advice myself very often. Him screwing up his mom's car door even more is the bigger issue? Yeah. Like the other lady, you know, fuck her. She made no attempt to, like, leave information or to resolve the issue. She was just gonna pretend it didn't happen. So fuck her. But you shouldn't have fucked up your mom's car door more. Should have keyed the car. Oh my god. Oh my god. Find a brick next time. Jesus Christ. Car doors can be fixed, Pippa. Yeah, I'm gonna blow your mind. The more damage you do to the car door, the more expensive it's gonna be to repair. At least he smashed the window out. What the fuck? I don't think he mentioned that. I don't think he mentioned doing that. Alright. Big if true. I know, this is a shocking revelation. The price of being based. Alright. In primary/elementary school, my friends would bring and play with Yu-Gi-Oh cards. One guy owned a rare Monster Reborn card that he repeatedly used against me. One day, I snuck into the cloakroom. The what? Do you go to fucking Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry? What do you mean, the cloakroom? What the fuck is the cloakroom? What? What? What the fuck? The coat closet? What? In a school? I'm so confused. I'm so fucking confused. Cloakroom is a British thing for where you keep your bags. What? Holy shit. Okay. Okay. Anyway, you don't have cloaks? Don't you keep your cloaks in the cloakroom? Yeah, Kuya, thank you for the $5. Hiya, Kuya, thank you for the $5. Hey, the polo guy here. My face was negative, but what made things worse was my uncle who went with her. Day just started. I was in a neutral mood. Okay, yeah, then fuck your grandmother. She was being a cunt. She was just being a cunt for no reason. No sane person has that kind of reaction to, no, I don't like that color, actually. Also, fuck your uncle. He's probably an instigator. Fuck that guy. I don't know him, but I already don't like him. Anyways. Where'd you keep your backpack? When I went to school, that depended on the school. Some of the schools I went to, like when it was like elementary school, there were cubbies along the wall. And these are basically just cabinets, right? There were cabinets with no front door. So you would just put your shit in there. Or shelves. I guess a cabinet with no doors is called a shelf. But anyways, there were just shelves and you'd put your backpack in there. And then in middle school, we had lockers which lined the hallways. And sometimes, if it wasn't a shitty school, you could just carry your bag around with you. I say that, but actually the shittier the school was, the more likely you were allowed to just carry your bag around with you. And then another school I went to, there were lockers, but I kept forgetting my locker information. And you had to put your phones in the lockers, but I never did that. I just kept my phone in my bag and I'd turn my phone off. And I'd put my bag underneath my desk. Anyways. Oh, it's a miracle I remembered my locker combo. Bro, I would have my locker combo down pat, right? Like I would be doing it. And then, like, midway through, it's like remembering to breathe. I'd, like, remember the fact that I'm entering my locker combination. And I'd be like, how do I open my locker? How do I open a locker? Oh, God. And then I'd look over to somebody else and I'd be like, this is gonna sound insane, but can you open my locker for me? I'll give you the number. I'll tell you the numbers. I just don't remember how to do the thing. Anyways. I just smacked my locker to open it. What the fuck? Anyways. One day, I snuck into the cloakroom and took the card out of his bag and into my pocket. Years later, I realized the card was actually fake anyways. Well, I was also a little card thief, so I can't really judge you too much. But chat can. I'm gonna start a poll. Chat can judge you. Fighting food, thank you for the $2. Y'all are getting cloaks. Stupid ugly, thank you for $. Always escalate. Imagine having a locker. I hated locker shit, man. My locker was always such a mess too. I remember usually the other girls would have like nice lockers that have like they'd get like fucking shelves and shit to put in their lockers. They've got little magnets. Mine, fuck that. I was the kid that literally stacked the entirety of their locker from bottom to top with papers. Not organized papers, by the way. Not organized. Just a huge stack of papers. And sometimes when I opened it, they would all fall out like I was in like a shitty high school movie or whatever the fuck. Yeah. And then I'd look at it and I'd be like, I'll just throw it all away. And so I would. I would just pick it all up and I would throw it all away. I didn't try cramming that shit back in there because I learned the first time that you cannot restack the mess. There is no restacking the paper mess. The second you start trying to put papers back in there, they're just gonna fall out even more. I also remember the bottom of the stack always had like the books and shit. Like I would be lifting up the stack of papers, swapping out books. Sometimes I'd find like pencils and shit in there. And I don't remember putting pencils in there, but I would find pencils in there. Find other shit in there. Yeah. No folders? Did I ever use folders? No, I don't think I did. Because my classes had like little folders that you would check in and out. Like you would go to your class. And you could just leave your folder in the classroom. So anything that was important, I would just leave it in there. But I would like end up hoarding paperwork and stuff that was like, oh, I need to, like the teacher would be like, oh, hold on to these and bring them back later. And then they would never ask for them back. They would forget or whatever. Or I would just like forget to throw it away. I just started throwing everything away. Then Dora, come to always had to bring our binders with us. I feel like I never ended up actually using my binder. Like, I remember I had my binder, and it was basically a glorified Pokemon card holder. Because I would put Pokemon cards in the front, because it was one of those little... The binders with the clear fronts on them. And there was like never anything actually important inside of there except for just like notebook paper. Didn't do anything, come big peepee. Found one thing for the $2. I did this too, and I am an asshole for it. Swear to God, thank you for the $2. If the card was fake, the friend was the asshole. Well, they weren't a friend. They were just some kid that kept fucking them over with overpowered cards. Take good thing with $2. Frick high school, hated it, was so happy to escape. Hell yeah. But I also remember I kept losing Pokemon cards out of that, which was very upsetting. But I never did anything to resolve because I was so devoid of a will to live or passion for anything. Like I would put a Pokemon card in there. I'd be like, I love you, Gyarados. You're such a great card. And then I'd lose it. And I'm like, shockingly, I don't feel anything. Gyarados. Yeah, I had a little Gyarados. I had from I think it's from the base set. No, maybe it wasn't. It was like a reverse holo. Is it reverse holo? I don't remember the fucking terminology for this shit, man. I don't know all the fancy terminology. I still buy Pokemon cards. I don't remember the fancy terms and shit. It was a Gyarados. And it was like pointed to the side with a blue background. That's what you get for telling everyone your locker code. No, I think it would just like fall out of my binder when I would hold it upside down by accident. Reverse holo wasn't even a thing when I collected them. Maybe it was like a regular holo. Pretty sure base set time it was holo or not, first edition or not. Kindle didn't come big PD. I did that with the holographic Kyogre card. Anyways, 70% of people say yes! Anon, you are the asshole for stealing their card. Which objectively, yes, you're the asshole for stealing people's Yu-Gi-Oh cards. But I did the same thing, so. Not the people that were nice to me. I would like to clarify. The people that were nice to me, I did not do that to. But like, there was this one kid. Who was such an asshole to me. All the fucking time. He was such an asshole. I remember beating the shit out of him. Because he ended up pissing me off so bad. So I attacked him on the bus, which in hindsight, I shouldn't have done. But he was so annoying! He was so annoying! Mutt and Roadkill. No, completely different kid. I think I've talked about him before. I think I brought up stealing his Pokemon cards. But, this was a different kid. And he was just such a smarmy little shit. I remember he was like the ringleader of the kids that were in the Pokemon group at that school. And so that's why I never, like, in previous schools, I could usually befriend the other Pokemon kids. And had like a tribe, you know? Like I could like, oh, you're also the Pokemon kids? Okay. We don't share any classes or anything. But at lunchtime, we can talk about Pokemon. This kid was a fucking asshole. He was like the definition of like the, oh, you like Pokemon? Okay, well, name every single one in order of Pokedex entry. And it's like, no. Fuck you. I can't do that. Fuck you. What? Why? And he would do that with everything. With everything! Gatekeeping base! Gatekeeping annoying. Yeah, Pip only knows Poke-Rap order. The one true order. No. This is just so annoying. He would do that with everything. He would do that with literally fucking everything. I remember I wasn't good at the TCG because I hadn't had like an opportunity to really play it. So I tried sitting down to learn it with some of the other kids. We had one class, me and a bunch of the other Pokemon kids. It was art. I remember sitting in art class and was trying to learn the TCG. And that fucker was just standing over the other guy's shoulder. making annoying comments about everything. Just being an annoying piece of shit. Annoying piece of shit. Anyways, the reason why I attacked him on the bus is because he was being an annoying piece of shit, and I don't actually remember. I don't actually remember what he said that was so annoying. But I remember he said something really annoying. I just don't have any other words to describe how obnoxious this motherfucker was. So, yeah, all I saw was red. All I remember is red. He said something annoying. And I remember just picking up my backpack. And my backpack was like... It was an over-the-shoulder backpack. I remember getting it for Christmas, like, 8 years earlier. And I had only just begun using it. It was an over-the-shoulder backpack, so it was kind of like a club shape. You know, it was more like... It was more tall than it was wide. So I took it. And I had a bunch of books in it, because I was a bookworm. I took that backpack, and I flung it. Like, I stood up, and I flung it. I like, held it back, and I just, like, flung it down. I slammed it down on that fucker's head. And he started crying. And then he, like, tried to hit me back with his backpack. So I hit him again. And then the bus driver got mad. And I had to move to the back of the bus. But joke's on that guy. I wanted to be in the back of the bus. So yeah. Anyways, first of all, this is the asshole, right? Was I the asshole for fighting that kid? I remember one time the bus driver said that too. What some of you guys were saying. He was like, "Oh, you guys have a crush on each other." And I wanted to beat the shit out of the bus driver. That was just so... No. Back at the bus is cool kid spot. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hope he holds grudges like you do. I'm the one who should be holding the grudge. Okay? That kid was annoying. Pippa was right. Pippa always right. She's a glorious leader and has never committed a sin. True. True. Pippa should have vaporized him. Check with you, Dolores. What was it like at the back of the short bus? Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. I remember it was weird. The different bus cultures in school. At some schools, right? Or not some schools. With some buses. It just entirely depends on the bus. With some of the buses at school, it's like... If you're in trouble, either you sit in the very front and they make the nerd kid move out of the very front seat. Or you sit in the very back with like the trusted older kids. It's like if the older kids are more like responsible and shit and have like a pact with the bus driver, they send you back there to be babysat. The weirdo sat in the back. It depended. It depends, man. Didn't have buses. Are you in a third world country? Very front is normal. Usually you have to sit in the very front. Bingo bingo thank you for the $2. Peace was never an option. Club's child. Anyways, 56% of people say I am not the asshole, and I agree, quite frankly. I think that fucker deserved it. Yeah, did anything with the $2. Pippa, stop solving your problems with violence. Sometimes it just works. Kodak, thank you for the $2. Attempted murder. I wish. The best bet in the front door should have been like, congrats, you could use Bulbapedia. Yeah, that's another thing. I didn't have internet at this point. Okay, I had internet at the house before this one. But when I first moved into this house, there was no internet. There was no internet. The house directly before this, I had been using the little Verizon wireless Wi-Fi adapter thing. And I used to use it to watch Lucky Star. At the new house, that wasn't even a fucking option. It wasn't even an option. So I had no internet for like a year. So this kid has access to everything because he's a spoiled little shit. And I don't even have internet. Motherfucker. But Exciting feeling with the $20. Drink too much and need to get sleep. And if I had a daughter, I'd want her to be like you. To be like you. Night Pip. You should raise your standards. But thank you. Thank you. I hope you sleep well. Napalm, thank you for $5. Don't listen to Pippa. I've read Starship Troopers. Violence is always an option and often the best option. Pastel Sauce, I think, for $5. Violence is not the answer, it's the question. And the answer is yes! Lower them or the daughter will never stack up. What? Would love to have a kid like Pippa. I'll teach her boxing so she can beat people better. Jeez, I got into so many fights when I was younger. And people always assume, when you say, yeah, I got into fights, people assume like, oh man, you were like throwing punches and shit. Which I did a few times. But the majority of fights in school is just hitting people with the nearest available object, usually your backpack. And then hiding under the bus seat and crawling onto the floor and then hiding underneath the seat. That's a lot of fights. Sometimes it's stabbing somebody with a pencil, but not so hard that they bleed. But to be fair, they threw it at you first, so fuck them. Boomerang for $5. What the fuck? I had one of those Verizon internet things when I was an adult. Were you not talking about elementary school? No, I was not talking about elementary school. You were a wimp. Fuck yeah, I was a wimp. I was a scrawny little, like... Listen. I was the bookworm. Okay? I am not, like... Oh yeah, I'm the fucking child kid who's gonna with the huge muscles and shit. No. I was just violent. I wasn't strong. Did you ascend? No. I wish. Can tell you passed English, Lamau. Shut up. Anyways. What do you mean was? Fuck off. Fuck off. Hi Pippa, long-time viewer, first-time personal storyteller. So, I recently left the army. I was living in the barracks on base at the time, and one of the rules is that if you own guns, you have to keep them in the armory on base. It's a pain in the ass because you have to call someone to come unlock it for you, and they can't always tell you to... and they can... I'm gonna take a sip of water and I'm gonna restart this. ESL, shut up. So, I recently left the army. I was living in the barracks on base at the time, and one of the rules is that if you own guns, you have to keep them in the armory on base. It's a pain in the ass because you have to call someone to come unlock it for you, and they can always tell you to fuck off if they don't feel like it. We got around that by storing ours at a buddy's house who lived in town and had a big safe. Anyway, I went shooting every weekend with the same group of guys. We'll call one of them Carl. Carl was alright, kinda quiet. Was someone we only knew because of another guy who we'll call John. We all knew and liked John. We didn't really know Carl that well. About 2 months before I got out of the army and moved away, I sold Carl one of my old ARs for $200 because it was a beater and I didn't shoot it all that much. We just did a handshake deal. It was still stored at our buddy's house, so he could only really shoot it with us. So a couple of weeks go by and Carl starts ghosting us. John can't get a hold of him aside from a couple one-word texts. This rubbed me the wrong way. Eventually, I have to actually leave. And so, when I was packing up my guns into my car, I took the one I sold Carl as well. I didn't have his number, but I told John I would send Carl's money back to him if he told John he wanted me to. And John to send him my number as well. He never did talk to John or anyone else, so I still have that rifle and his $200. Oh, but I did leave the foregrip Carl had put on it. This is a weird story. So, he gave you the money? He paid you the money, but he just left the gun at the guy's safe? What? Bahamating for Doris Pippa was like an angry kitten that claws everyone, and sure, it's terrified, but in reality, people just think its ineffectual attacks are just cute? Fuck off. Not the asshole bro just never picked up his gun? Like... I don't know. I don't entirely understand this. Carl gave you the money. Just because he wasn't responding to John does not mean he's not entitled to the product that he paid for. Yeah, if it was a partial payment, then I think leave the money with John for Carl to come pick back up. But yeah, Anon, I think you stole the gun from that guy. But he never picked it up though. But it was staying at John's house. And they didn't like agree that you had to pick it up at a certain point or whatever. Carl didn't come pick it up. Oh my god, are my money? Yeah, you sold the gun to a guy. The guy starts ghosting you guys. Did you ask him to pick up the gun? He said he would refund the dude in full though. Yeah, but you shouldn't have taken it to begin with. Depends on the timescale. If the gun had just been there for months. It said a couple weeks go by and Carl starts ghosting. I mean, had you guys been shooting the gun in that time? 𝐂𝐡𝐚, thank you for the $10. Legally, the gun still belongs to him since he didn't do an FFL transfer. Bingo, bingo. Bingo, bingo, thank you $2. Man, my last super is the weirdest without context. You're the cancer and violence to answers, Tab's child. Yeah, that's pretty weird. It's pretty weird. They never did the actual transfer of the gun, though. Yeah, I think this depends on the state. Sounds like miscommunication. 61% of people say no, you're not the asshole. 61% of people say you're not the asshole. I'm erring on the side of you are the asshole. But yeah, Carl had already been customizing it and stuff, which if Carl had been customizing it, that implies that Carl was just also leaving it in John's safe, which is the same thing that you were doing. Like, you're both leaving your weapons in a friend's safe. Just because Carl starts ghosting John does not mean that you then get to take the gun. Ah, but Carl went MIA for 2 months. That doesn't matter. That means it's between Carl and John at that point. And I disagree with chat. I think you are the asshole. Oh really? You don't say anything. $2 personal, needs no FFL paperwork. He's not a dealer. Epic fail. Thank you for the $5. Been curious. How do you say 𝐂𝐚𝐭 name so fast? It's I don't know. It's like a tongue twister. You just get used to it. Speaking of tongue twisters, this is like tangentially related to yesterday's stream. I had this book of tongue twisters, and it was all Looney Tunes. And I thought it was the coolest thing as a kid. This book of tongue twisters. And they're all Looney Tunes characters. And I don't remember any of them. I don't remember any of the tongue twisters. I remember the easiest one was Tweety. There was it was like the first one. And it was only like 8 words. And I think it was like I taunt, putty tat, something. Tweety hate, but yeah, Tweety hate. But I love that tongue twister book. Don't you hate Tweety? Yeah, I fucking hate Tweety. Anyways. Anon, I think you're an asshole, but chat doesn't, so. Next one. From Azahara. My grandmother had Alzheimer's, and I had to take her grocery shopping every month. Given her condition, she would take more than 3 hours because she would forget the product names and she would end up reading 2 to 3 different brand items to compare each. She would do this for almost every item. After doing 3 or 4 times, I knew more or less what she bought. It was always the same shit. So I would distract her, fill the shopping cart with shit while she wasn't looking when we passed by the different aisles, and she stopped to look at something, I would tell her that we already had it in the cart. I managed to cut shopping time down to about an hour. I would also sneak a bag of honey teddygrams to reward myself for the work. This happened about 8 times. 𝐶𝑯𝑨𝒀𝑏𝗽𝗶𝗫, am I the asshole for tricking my grandmother that had Alzheimer's because I wanted to get back home faster from the grocery store? Am I the asshole for buying the teddygrams without her knowledge? Yes, on the last one. Personally. But, okay, for the first one. For the first question, are you the asshole for tricking her? Not teddygrams. This is not about the teddygrams. This is about the first part. I'm gonna say, if she was always buying the same stuff. You're thinking with the $2 Carl was dead. What do you mean Carl is dead? How do you know this information? If she was always buying the same stuff and she was just forgetting what the differences were between products, then no, you're not the asshole. You were just simplifying her life for her, I feel like. Like, that's one of those situations where she can't really take care of herself in this situation, so you're helping her. That's my thoughts on it anyways. You can argue, well, you're taking away her autonomy or whatever. And I can kind of understand that argument. But I think it comes from this situation. It comes from a place of her just simply not remembering the decision that she is constantly making. So you're just expediting it. Lunar Lucky, thank you for $5. Wait, Carl died! Very big ale, thank you for $2. BBQ Bacon Wendy's Burger. I don't know that Alzheimer's already took that away. Yeah, that is depressing. It is depressing. He's helping her by tricking her. Yeah, it's like when you have when you have to trick a child, right? When you have to trick a child. Like how I tricked my niece into thinking tuna was chicken of the sea. As like a type of chicken. I don't remember how recently I told that story. But 𝐶𝑯𝑨𝒀𝑏𝗽𝗶𝗽𝗶, my niece, I made her food and she was like, I don't like tuna. After I told her there was tuna in the food. And so I went back into the kitchen for like 5 minutes, whatever. Not 35, like 3 to 5. And then I come back out and I'm like, it's chicken of the sea. I changed out the tuna for chicken of the sea. And then she started eating it. Kids are so fucking stupid. I was helping her. Children are just disabled. Children are just disabled and stupid, and you have to take care of them for them sometimes. Not the sea chickens. Anyway, 72% of people say no, you're not the asshole, Azahara. But are you the asshole for sneaking teddygrams into the cart? Now, this is a different situation entirely. In my opinion, anyways. I think, yes. Yes, you are the asshole. That's your grandmother's money, and you could have just asked her for the teddygrams. You did not need to sneak them into the cart. Children are just disabled, Pipkin Pippa. Yeah, and I'll stand by that. Deserved reward. You can treat yourself with your own money. You don't have to take your grandmother's money. No, it was based. No, it was not. Do not sneak the grams. No. Do not sneak the grams into your grand's cart. 72% of people also say yes. You are the asshole for doing that. Had no way of contacting him at that point? At all? Oh, Dax, are you the one that sent the gun one? What if it's leftover money? There's no such thing as leftover money. There's literally no such thing. Okay. Next one. I was going to cookout with friends. We were in the car on our way to pick up the last guy. But he couldn't stand still and pick a spot, so he made us run around town for way too long. He didn't know I was in the car with the others yet. So I told him over the phone that I wasn't actually going anymore because I was busy with his mom. Even though it seemed like an obvious joke, he went and actually called his mother to ask her if she knew anything about this. He then stayed mad at me for several hours. Bro! What? What? How dumb is that friend? Very dumb, it sounds like. I can kind of relate to the not staying still thing. Because I'm one of those people, right? Like, when I get an Uber, I'm like, oh, I need to, like, find, like, the most easy spot for them to come pick me up. I need to, what's, like, the best place to stand, blah, 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 blah. So I'm a little annoying with that. But your friend's a fucking idiot. You use Ubers? Hell yeah, I use Ubers. Fuck yeah. Yeah, I think you're not the asshole. I think your friend's a fucking moron. And 80% of people agree. No, you are not the asshole. You are not the asshole. Yeah, not a strong thinker. Stupidity is rampant here. Alrighty. Don't you drive? Not in big cities! Not in a big fucking city! If I have to go to like a big fucking city for something, hell no, I'm not fucking driving. Hell no! I'll pay somebody else to deal with that bullshit. I don't want to fucking do that. Yeah, city driving's a nightmare. Fuck that! Let somebody that lives there figure that out. Driving in a big city is very risky. Yeah. I have two. Sorry for being greedy. The first one was in high school. Wait. The first one was in high school. A younger boy kicked me in the back of the leg, so I slammed his head into the wall extremely violently, and he collapsed. Then started screaming at him because it hurt me a lot. Are you the asshole for retaliating? He kicked you in the back of the leg. I think I know what chat's answer to this is gonna be. 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭 𝐑𝐮𝐥𝐞𝐬. Pippa's voice for Am I the Asshole is much better than the old British text-to-speech on Ask Reddit vids on YouTube, or even the current styles. I've been debating doing some like pre-recorded content of like reading off Reddit posts and stuff, but then I really never will live down the Reddit rabbit moniker. So, no. SBZ then come to TV. Next time, tell your niece, eat your tuna or feel the wrath of the backpack. Isn't that just the shorts? No, I do green text on the shorts. I guess I could do Reddit reading shorts as well. Huh. What happened to that book you are reading? Great question. Great question. That trauma is way too much. 79% of people say no, you are not the asshole for slamming a kid's head into the wall after he kicked you in the back of the leg. My gut reaction is to say no, you are not the asshole. He acted upon you with violence, so you returned with violence in kind. However, slamming his head into the wall is kind of extreme. I think slamming his head into the wall is very... I don't know. I admire your ability to think that quickly. Like, I don't think I'd be able to, like, have the reaction time to, like, slam somebody's head into the wall. Oh. Music died. Yeah, that went from, like, 5 to 250. Schrodinger's Penguin, thank you for the 125 Poké-Dollars. Eye for an eye. I think that's a bit more than an eye for an eye. Overkill is underrated. Okay, but 76% of chat says no, you're not the asshole. The second one. The second one was when a girl I was friends with was getting mad at me for reasons I couldn't understand at the time, but were reasonably looking back, so she didn't seem to care that I was leaving for a different campus. So I smashed a Pringle in her hair and left. I was 17 at the time, by the way. She was pretty understanding, I'm an idiot in general, and went back to being friends like nothing happened, but still. You were mad at a girl, so you smashed a Pringle in her hair? You're an interesting fella. Objectively a cat thing worth $2. All rise, the Honorable Pink Yabbit presiding! Yeah, at least it wasn't gum. This guy has anger issues. Yes, you were the asshole. Yes, you were the asshole. Zero thing worth $2. Tell her it was tuna after she eats it. And 76% of chat said yes as well. She wasn't like getting violent with you or anything. She just didn't care that enough, apparently, that you were going to a different campus than her. So yes, you're the asshole. She had snacks for the rest of the day though. I don't know, that girl sounds pretty crummy. Shut up, Sedna. Shut up. He escalated for no reason. Yeah. The guy you threw a bag at wasn't violent either. I didn't, like, throw my bag at him. It was still in my hands when I beat him with it. But also, he deserved it. Even though, yes, I did act with violence first. Anyways. Anyways. Oh, she had a chip on her shoulder. Shut up. Anyways. Next one. My dad separated from my mom many years back. They still haven't divorced though. And he has since moved to another state and is dating another woman last I saw. I learned this at my bachelor party before my wedding. He never keeps in contact or tries to talk to us. And as a result, I've cut him out to the point where he won't know that my wife is pregnant. Am I the asshole for not telling him that? No, I don't think so. No. He's not keeping up with you, so why would you keep up with him? Yeah, if he doesn't care about you, who cares? Yeah, he made his choice. Yeah, I agree. I agree. He's doing his own thing. He apparently doesn't want to include you in his life, so you don't need to feel obligated to include him in yours. Devil singing for $5. Update 9 Scottish mechs tanked the nuke and are saying, I'm the asshole. Send help. I'm scared. I hear the bagpipes in my sleep. You better run. Yeah, communication's a two-way street. Why are people with lives watching Pippa? That's a great question. You have a pregnant wife and you're watching my streams? Both sides have to try, not just one side? Yeah. I don't know. Have you tried talking to him? Are you talking to him? And he's not responding? Because, like, that's another factor into the equation. If he's not engaging with you at all. Are you engaging with him at all? Although I think there's more of a responsibility on his part, because he's the father. Like, he's your father. He has more of a responsibility to try and keep up the relationship, in my opinion. Hard locked and come big PP. I'm here to say Pippa love. Beep, 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 beep. But, yeah. Talking how? If he cut contact, how do you expect him to? Well, he said the father never keeps in contact or tries to talk. So, Anon cut him out. But that doesn't mean that they don't still have each other's phone numbers or whatever. I mean, I'm listening to you with headphones while cooking breakfast for my kids. What are you making them? What are you making them? It's like, father doesn't care, what's the big deal? Yeah. Anyways, 85% of people say no, you are not the asshole, Anon. Hairpin and a missionary, thank you, Dolores. Pippa love! Ah! Breakfast. Breakfast. Thrown balls, remove the headphones, let the kids ascend. What? Do not let children listen to me. Do not. No. Anyways. Oh, this one's kind of spicy. Recognizing front doors, think about it this way. If Anon just sends a message saying, yeah, I'll be the father, it might avoid trouble in case... I'll be a father in case his dad finds out and flips out. I don't know, just post it on Facebook like every other person. And if the father, if your dad sees and doesn't react at all, you say, well, I posted it on Facebook. Doesn't matter. I don't know. I don't think worry about it, right? I don't think you need to worry about it. I think if he cared, he'd be keeping up. We're having bacon, eggs, and spinach dish. I finally found a way 𝐏𝐻𝐚𝐭 likes eggs. Yay! Hell yeah! Hell yeah, that sounds yummy. And I'm glad 𝐏𝐻𝐚𝐭 is eating eggs. Who uses Facebook? Normal people. And people that are old. Alright. I found some VTuber talent's past life accounts. I've also been asked about it by others, and I have pointed them towards other VTuber talents' alt accounts. While most of these accounts are inactive, they belong to content creators that I enjoy, and the thought of randomly losing them to graduation scares me. Am I the asshole for knowing and spreading this information? I think that entirely depends on where you're doing it. I know that's a controversial take. But let's make the poll. Let's see what you guys have to say. I'll give my full opinion afterwards. I'll give my full opinion after you guys have given yours. It's their privacy. That's fair. Not the asshole VTuber culture is so cringe about this. Kinda depends on the context. I think it depends on the context. I think there's a lot of parts to this, I guess. 60% of people are saying no. You're not the asshole. I think it depends. I think if somebody asks you over like private messages like, hey, what's this VTuber's past life, do you know? And you just answer them. I don't think that's an issue. Like, it's a fucking private conversation. Whatever. Who the fuck cares? If you're posting this information in places where people are asking for it, but it's like a public forum still, right? Like, if this is like on Twitter and people are asking for like somebody's previous identity, I think that's a little bit too accessible and kind of goes against VTuber culture. I don't think it really makes you an asshole though, either. I don't know. VTuber culture is very strict about this kind of thing, and it's not just because of like, oh, well, because fuck you, like I don't want to have like that past attached to me or whatever. A big part of it is because like a lot of VTubers work for companies, and so having previous stuff drug up can be problematic for the VTuber because technically nobody's supposed to know who they were before. So it can create like legal issues for the content creator. So no doxing. Well, if it's posting people's like real names and shit that they didn't intend to be out there to begin with, then I think that's like, I think, yeah, you're an asshole. I don't think you should post people's personal information that they didn't post themselves. If they posted it themselves, then I say fuck it, right? Like, again, don't spread it around in places where it doesn't belong or whatever. But like, if somebody posted their name online somewhere, right? And you're like talking about their past life for whatever reason to somebody, I don't think it's doxing if they already posted their information. It's not doxing if somebody already posted their information. But I feel like with VTuber culture, like people take it to such an extreme, right? That it's like, oh, it's doxing to even reference their past lives, even if it's just like account names or whatever the fuck. It's like, no, get a fucking grip, man. Get a grip. Dead naming is... yeah. I think in general you just shouldn't do it. Right? You shouldn't spread that stuff around, like past life accounts and stuff, just because, like, why do you really need to, you know? I don't like, if it's like a private conversation and people, it's a private thing, you know, I think it's fine to like share the information, but not until graduation. It's so easy not to. Taking part in it makes you the asshole. I kind of agree with that, because like, why would you be talking about their past life stuff, you know? Unless like it's in reference to the current stuff that they're doing. Like adding context to current stuff. Like I can more so understand that. But you also don't really have to like bring up account names and stuff into that either. I don't know. But I don't know. 59% of people say no. I'm mixed. I have no idea. I really don't know what to say. When so many VTubers reboot by graduating and coming back, past life have no right to be a secret anymore. Yeah, I also agree with that to like an extent, right? Like if somebody graduates from a company, I don't think there's an issue. In my opinion, I don't do it anyways just to try and be safe. But like if somebody graduates from a company, if anything, I think it's kind of nice when people are not so secretive about where their new stuff is. As long as they're not like trying to keep it a secret, I guess. I don't know. For me, if I like their music, I try to find the older stuff, like Neiman Nice and her new account. But yeah, moving on. It's a difficult subject. I used to be more of the opinion that it just doesn't matter because VTubers are so open with their past on their own anyways. Like, I used to, if you asked me this question like a year ago, I would have been like, it doesn't really matter. Because VTubers talk about their past so much that if you're a fan and you're just talking about it, then who cares? But I don't know. Oh really? You don't say anything. To Lawrence Pippa, I enjoy your streams. Am I the asshole? Yes! I think the strict culture is a good thing, but OP is not an asshole for it. Alright, ending off that poll. I hate how many VTubers just up and leave their audiences with no link. Well, by contract, you're not allowed to most of the time. Like, if you're joining a company, you're not allowed to. Especially when their voice is so well known or distinctly identifiable. Yeah. Originates from toxic idol culture? Know what she realized since the past is done and dusted, no longer be used or whatever? No, Pippa, don't leave us! I don't have any plans on leaving. Whether or not I get fired, that's a different question entirely. How dare you think I'm big bang? Bingo bingo, thank you, Lars. In my opinion, asshole. Not for naming, but for spoon feeding. Does Lars think with $2? No spoon feeding. Spoon feeding. Sir Rosing, Padlorsing just recently started watching you. God forgive me, I have grown fond of you. What have you done to me? Ragnar, thank you, Padlors. Think about it this way. If Anon just sends a message saying, yeah, I'll be a father, it might avoid trouble in case his dad... Oh, wait, I read that. Okay, next one. Oh, Lord Brown Bear, think I'm big bang! Alright. Mucho texto. Okay. When I was in 3rd grade, I really had to take a shit. I was in pain. I kept asking my teacher to let me use the bathroom, but she kept saying no. She had absolutely no reason not to let me go. She was a stubborn old woman that was always in a bad mood. Eventually, she finally let me go, But when I was halfway to the bathroom, I completely shat myself in the hallway. I stood there frozen, as if my entire life stopped. The obvious course of action would be to tell someone so that my parents would come and bring me fresh clothes. But I didn't want to tell anyone because it would be extremely embarrassing. I just went back to class, panicked. My classmates kept complaining about the horrid smell and knew that someone shat themselves. The fear of embarrassment was to the point where I was fearing for my life. So before I was discovered, I began searching for someone to put the blame on. I decided the best and most effective person to blame was one of my classmates. People actually believed it and kept bullying her for the rest of the school day. I survived the day without anyone knowing that I had shat myself. It's not like I wanted to blame her, and it's not like me shitting myself was my fault. I was a victim of my teacher being a stubborn old cunt. If anything, my classmate and I were both victims, right? Surely I can't be the asshole here, right? First of all, Anon, why did you bring the race into it? I didn't read that part out loud, but Anon, why did you bring the race of your classmate into it? Morgan, Kane, and they were coming big baby. Best thing to do would have been just throw the underwear out in the bathroom. Yeah, that would have been smart. You should have thrown the underwear away in the bathroom. Best bad is Ingrid until I was sharded. But yes, you are the asshole. Brian Matheny, then come big pee. 91% of chat agrees. I don't think there's like much defense for you, Anon. I think the 10% of people that are saying no, you're not the asshole are just being contrarians. You are the asshole. Minato Arisato, thank you for the $5. Trying to do a normal bodily function, defending the asshole. Honestly, I'll take a sip. My opinion on the bathroom stuff with schools is if your teacher says no, you can't go use the restroom. If there's nobody else that are in the restroom at that moment, right? Like, I understand stopping groups of people from going to the restroom at the same time. But stopping one person from going to go use the restroom, in my opinion, is abusive. Like, the human body is not meant to store that stuff. You're not supposed to hold your bladder or hold stuff in like that. Like, if the teacher's telling you no, like, they don't know what your limits are or anything. And just in general, you shouldn't be doing it anyways. So, I've never... Maybe this is a stupid opinion, right? But I think that falls under abuse. I think that's the same thing as, like, depriving kids of lunch, right? When schools are like, okay, well, nobody gets to have lunch because you guys fucked up something yesterday or whatever, or when a teacher's like, you can't have lunch, that is abuse as well. I don't understand how stuff like that gets ignored and doesn't have like a bigger spotlight put on it. And instead you get people being like, oh, they took away my phone, that's abusive, that's theft of property, teachers shouldn't have the right to do it. I disagree. I think teachers should be allowed to confiscate phones. I don't think they should be allowed to confiscate them for the whole day, right? Like, you should be able to collect your phone at the end of class, in my opinion. I think if a teacher does not give you back your property by the time that you are exiting the school building, like, that's theft in my opinion. Like, that's fucked up. That's too far. But just taking away a kid's phone in class, like, fuck the kid. You know, you shouldn't have been using it. You shouldn't have been using it. If you don't want your phone taken away, leave it in the locker or something. Kids shouldn't have phones. I think kids should have phones because it stops a lot of dangerous shit from happening, right? Like, if you're a kid and you're lost somewhere, well, you can use your phone to call your parents or to call the police or whatever. If there's an emergency, the more people that have accessible, like, the ability to access emergency services, the better. I don't agree with the mindset kids shouldn't have phones. I don't think kids should be allowed to have like a shit ton of time on their phones. Right? Like, I think you should put parental locks on your phone so your kid's not just playing fucking games on their phone all goddamn day. But kids should have phones. Yeah, it's a different world. Kids need phones. Flaky Mountain with $5. I got yelled at for smiling in class once. Had to write an action plan for behaving better in class and post it on the wall of the room after. What the fuck? Is it because you were giving an attitude or something? Or because you were being cheeky or whatever the fuck? I remember getting in trouble for stupid shit like that. I don't know how to explain this to people in a way that makes sense. Because, like, I was like a bookworm and a kiss ass to a lot of my teachers in school. But I was also a huge asshole that would get into fights and would, like, collect referral slips like they were fucking Pokemon cards. Like, I had so many referral slips at every fucking school I went to. It was never for, like, oh, Pippa was late to class. No, I was always very on time. Well, except for at one school that I went to. But my mother started driving me to that school, so I ended up always being late. Because she's always late. But anyways. It was never stuff like, oh, I was late. Or, oh, I don't know what else. Like, refusing to cooperate or refusing to do assignments or whatever. I never did my homework. Subtle dig. Because she was always late! And I got in trouble! But anyways. But I always got referral slips for, like, biting other kids or fighting them or... trying to think of what else. I had so many of them. Biting! Well... kids were mean, okay? Okay, listen, for clarification. So one of the big things that kids used to do... Feral, now! When I was a kid, the big thing that kids used to do was like, oh, I'm not touching you! Or they would poke you. They would, like, poke you and harass you, right? Or they'd pinch you. Pinching was like a little trend in one of my schools for a while. Not just around St. Patty's Day, either. So I'd get pissed and I'd bite their fucking finger! Fuck you! Now poke. Hated that shit. So the answer is biting them, huh? Yeah. The answer was biting them. Trying to think of what else. I think I threw basketballs at kids sometimes. But to be fair, they would start shit with me first. Listen, this wasn't like I went out of my way to go bully other children, alright? People would mess with me. And I was of the mindset that nothing that I did mattered until I was 18. Until I was 18 and legally seen as an adult, I could do whatever the fuck I wanted. I could murder somebody if I wanted to, because that wasn't gonna go on my permanent record. Not that I did murder anybody, but I was like, this is, like, the system is broken. Children can get away with anything. American moment, yeah. I never went to, like, juvie or anything. I never did anything, like, so extreme. I never, like, stabbed anybody. But, like, you know, teachers, they talk a big game about, like, how you need to do this and you need to do that, behave, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, well, if you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you. And if you're not nice to me, then fuck you. Referral slips don't matter anyways. What are you gonna do? Kick me out? You won't. You fucking won't. Because that's way too much of a hassle. You don't want to have to deal with all that shit. Sergeant Buck, thank you for the $20. My entire graduating class in high school was walked to gym for an assembly and told that we had the worst average GPA in the school's history. Then we were all given popsicles. I don't know what the teachers expected. That's a great question. She was indeed kicked out? No, I never got kicked out or anything. The kids that got kicked out are the kids that, like, stabbed kids. I didn't stab anyone. I I didn't cause permanent physical injury to anybody. I didn't attack any teachers. Okay? I would just mouth off sometimes. Or like... Again, bite kids that were harassing me first. That we are aware of. Pencil stab. Okay, well that wasn't like a knife stab, okay? This isn't like the movie Pay It Forward. That's like... I don't even think anybody ever even bled from that. It just hurts. The milkman, thank you for the $5. First grade, I got stabbed in the back with a pencil because I wouldn't give a kid a doodle back. The kids are assholes. Bites people, loses teeth, karma. Just a little shanking. Bribe the right person, they let you stay. Oh my god. Stabs aren't permanent injury if you get medical care quick enough. He didn't even bleed. If pencils don't have lead in them anymore, it's not wrong. Yeah. I got stabbed in the skull with a ball pen. Jesus Christ. Did you think you were a wolf? I never thought I was a wolf. But I used to like to pretend I was a wolf. Been until I saw nothing with the $2. Someone Stanley knifed someone in my school? I remember when I was in middle school, the school directly after mine, like the high school that you would graduate into to go to. Somebody killed themselves at that school like every fucking year, man. I remember that shit. I was like, I don't know what's going on over there. But I don't want to go there. I think if I had to go to that school, I probably would have done something just to get me sent to juvie or whatever. Because whatever the fuck was going on over at that school, hell no. You have to yearly sacrifice. Sergeant Frostbite, thank you for $5. As someone who stabbed a kid in the throat with a fork, I have no regrets. What the fuck is wrong with you? Anyways, 85% of people say yes, you are the asshole. Peppa didn't want to be the ritual sacrifice. Sounds like my university, alright? We jokingly called it. You regretted? What? Mysterious death? Nothing to do with rabbits, of course. It was a cult? I don't know. It was in the middle of the woods. Maybe they were sacrificing children. An 8-year-old died from a pencil stab in 2017. Jesus. Anyways. Riku Sora Leon, thank you for the $5. You sure you didn't kill someone biting with those toxic teeth? No, I did not. CJ Odell, thank you for the $1.99 headpads for Pippa. Fighting fire, thank you, Pippi. You're my type of girl, Pippa. A bully. I was a bully once. At one of the schools that I went to, I was a bully. But to be fair, I had put up with a lot of shit until that point. Before I became an asshole. Deliberately to other people. And listen, I never, like, assaulted anybody that didn't, like, harass me first or anything. I was just the kind of bully at that school with like telling a girl like, oh, you can't sit with us, or like making fun of another girl. Yeah, live long enough to see yourself become the villain. I remember it was in 5th grade. Oh no, a mean girl. Yeah, for 1 year I was a mean girl. I'll leave thinking for $5. Can you bully me, Pippa? No. Pippa never killed a person. She didn't deserve it. One bad day. The Mewtwo arc? Someone tried to bully me. They got their face smashed into a wall. No regrets. Mark Light, thank you for $10. Is that why you are constantly bullying us? Yes. Denial bullying is all you'll get. Okay, next one. Yeah, my allergies. I kicked my ex out of my apartment, changed the locks, and left all stuff outside of my apartment without advance notice after I found out she was cheating on me. That's nice and short. Is Anon the asshole for kicking his ex out of his apartment and changing the locks and leaving all of her stuff outside the apartment without notice because he found out she was cheating on him. Get patrolled! 96% of people are saying no. I think that's the highest rate we've had all night. I think that's the highest rate we've had all night. Jesus Christ. I didn't. We'll do it again. Not the asshole. But that's not the best way to deal with that situation. No, it's not the best way. It's not the best way. But people don't always make the best decisions. Cheating is no joke. First hammer dog named for those I stabbed my bully with a pencil and did more to stop the bullying than the school system ever did. True. People that you are violent towards will not mess with you again. Actually, strangely, sometimes they like you after that. I don't know how to explain it, but sometimes when you get into a fight with somebody, they like start to respect you and like you. It's very weird. Same, but with a window. What? What? Funny how life works. Human nature? Human nature! True amount. How to cultivate an audience 101. The bonds of friendship forged in rivalry. Nobody wants to be on the receiving end of a beating twice. They're gonna be $10. One time in middle school, a couple kids were messing with scissors around me on purpose, and in retaliation, I snipped one kid's arm and he bled a bunch. Didn't even get in trouble. Based. Welcome Lang, $2. Kick her out early before she does DV complaint. True. David Hunting, $2. The best way is fire. What? I gotta say, man. I think you're smart to kick that bitch out. I agree with chat. I think most people would agree. She's cheating on you, kick her out. Now, on the subject of cheating, one thing I don't understand though is when people, right, like, okay, cheaters are absolute scum, right? Fuck them. But when like the fucking Try Guys people, right? Like one of the Try Guys from BuzzFeed or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I've never seen anything they produced. But one of the people from that turned out to be like cheating on his wife. And people were like canceling him. They were pulling sponsors. He got fired from his job, which I understand that part when I found out that like the person he was cheating with like worked in the office. Like that's fucked up. But when people go on like these massive crusades against people that are just cheaters, it's like, what does this have to do with their work life? Right? Like that's their personal life. That's their personal business. And you don't have to like them as a person. But why, like, try and get somebody fired for it, you know? Yeah, mind your own business. Not trustworthy? So? Most people are not trustworthy. Ding dong, thank you for the $10. Reminder, the Try Guys had T levels lower than the average for a 70-year-old man. Okay then. Shaming them? Yeah, you don't need to destroy his entire life. That's what I'm saying, Josh. You don't need to destroy somebody's entire life just because they cheated on somebody. You can recognize that they're a huge asshole. But why destroy their life over it? Like, let their partner try and destroy their life. That's not your place. That's not... They didn't murder somebody or whatever, okay? Like, they're not an immediate threat to people's personal safety. Sleepy Dan, thank you for $5. If you ever cheat on Sleepy, we'll never forgive you. Oh my god. His brand was being wholesome or whatever and loving his wife, so him cheating completely ruined it. Thus, firing was reasonable. I think the thing that made it worth firing him was having an affair with somebody from the office, right? Because you're sowing discord in the office. Well, sorry, I think with the 2,500 clip arts is watching a Zatsudon or GFE VTubers cheating. No. What? True, sister. Everyone loves a busybody these days. If it's a cheater, confirm. No! Don't dip your pen. Don't dip your pen in the company ink. He's also our employer. Yeah, the fact that he's like a higher up is weird. That's weird. That's what he should have been fired for. Not the cheating. The cheating is not what he should have been fired for. Yeah, this is gross. Work relationships can be frowned upon as well. I think that makes sense. I don't understand. I guess. You see in like movies and stuff where usually like with rom-coms and stuff, right? Like some girl falls in love with her boss. And it's like a romantic thing. And it's like, oh wow, oh it's so great, oh my god, and he's rich and blah 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 blah. Is that not weird? That seems weird to me. And you read like romance manga and it's like two people in the same office dating. Maybe it's different in Japan because like the work-life culture is very extreme over there. But like, I don't know. Why would you do that to yourself? That seems weird. And if it's your boss, there's like a weird power dynamic. Is it okay if they're at the same level? I think it's more okay, but it's just not a very smart decision, I would think. I don't know. It's idealized. It's a woman thing. 50 Shades sold for a reason. The main character in that wasn't his employee. She was like a journalist or something. I only was cheating for those. I only care how you handle the cheating. If you can own up to it, then at least you're honest. If you're coping and hiding it, might be a bigger problem. I think already if you're cheating, you're just not an honest person. But I guess if you're like... Hold on. I think, like, the only instance that I can excuse cheating is if you have tried to leave your partner and they are not allowing you to end the relationship, right? So like you're married and you're living together or whatever, and you're like, you need to get out of my house. Like I'm done with this relationship, whatever, I want to move on with my life. And they're like sticking around. And you're trying to be like, no, fuck off. Get a divorce then. Some people do not make that very easy to do. Is that really cheating though? I think it's like cheating on a technicality. But some people won't sign. Yeah, some people just won't sign. They just won't leave. And then the cops, like you try to tell the cops, you're like, hey, this person won't leave. Even though I'm telling them to leave. And they're like, oh, well, are you married? Yes, okay, well then you can't tell them to leave. Or, oh, well, how long have they been living here? Or is their name on the lease? Or whatever. And so you can't do that. And then they won't sign the paperwork to divorce and shit. And it's like, yeah. Ah, that's a civil matter, yeah. Arclight, thank you for the $10. Once a cheater, always a cheater, especially females. I don't think it's an especially females thing. I think you just had it in the first part. Once a cheater, always a cheater. I liked Dr. Phil had a... I used to watch a lot of Dr. Phil at one point. I don't like him anymore. But, Dr. Phil had like a nice allegory for this of like... If you help somebody trespass into a yard, right? They're gonna help somebody else trespass. He worded it a lot better. It doesn't make as much sense when I say it. The rants with Pippa. As a guy, guys are so much worse. I don't know. I think it's just like the mindset. And anyone can have that mindset. But anyways, 81% of chat says no, you were not the asshole for kicking your ex out. Or cheating. Yeah, so no trespassing. Anyways. Oh my god, what the fuck? I skim these and I see like these words that stand out to me and I'm like, can I read this? We just agree that people are terrible? Yeah. Dr. Phil got rid of his medical license so he could continue to shill? That sounds about right. Oh, I think he meant it's easier for women to pull off. Is it though? Is it easier for women to cheat than for men to cheat? With women, aren't you more likely to be able to tell? Like, if a woman sleeps with like a bunch of different guys, this sounds wrong coming out of my mouth, so maybe this is like incorrect science or whatever. But like, I thought there's like that thing where like they can have like their body parts like expand and stuff. So wouldn't like their main partner that they're cheating on be able to tell? What are you talking about? Is that not? That's not real, Pippa? Okay. Excuse me, what? That's not how that works. That's where like the roast beef memes come from. Are they not? Pippa going on pro science. I don't know. Stop. Iris official tithing with Dolores. There are ways to hide that. How? Highly and Juggle with Dolores. Loose V, it's very real. That's what I'm saying. And stool pit. Pippa's an intel. I'm not. I'm not an intel. They're big guy thing for the $2, babe. You're 30% looser. Are you cheating? Drag thing for $5. No, that's just a myth. Age can change that, but not sex. Okay. A Rosetta, you anything for the $5 if woman cheats? Oh, if woman cheats, man wasn't fulfilling some need. If dude cheats, he's a monster. I've heard it the other way around. I've heard it the other way around. That if a man cheats on a woman, it's because the woman wasn't fulfilling her wifely duties. If anything, that's the thing that I heard the most growing up. That's saying Dolores Pippa's been listening to too much Adam 22. No! No! Jesus Christ. George Arco thing with Dolores spoken like a true say-so virgin. Arc lighting with the 10 floors. Wizard sleep syndrome. Mount Lucy thing with the... Wait, I read that. Chris Bathing, come Big PP Pippa, you need to relearn your woman anatomy. I'm okay, I'm not a doctor. Cody Byer, thank you for the $2. Pippa 22. Anyways, is there a Miss Super Chat list for the night? Earl Gatelian, thank you for $2. Just try not to get bitten. Airplanet Missionary, thank you for $2. Pippa himself confirmed. I love you, extremely dumb bunny. Doing my best. Andrew Tate had a couple of good interviews lately. One in Valuetainment and the other on Tucker Carlson. I'll post it now. Okay, thank you. Man. Isn't he in prison? Isn't Andrew Tate in prison now? Yeah, why not? Why just not cheat? Yeah, why just not cheat? FC Playthrough saying, Fredlords, if you want the unicorn audience, there are more dignified ways to act pure. I don't want the unicorn audience! It was a genuine question! James Reddinger, $2. My ex proposed and she was cheating. I don't get it. People are weird. It's like a power thing. Table milk thing, Fredlords. People who say things like my partner wasn't meeting my needs are just coping about being a cheating piece of shit. Alright, let's... Hold on, let's hide this for a second. I just gotta hide my entire thing, hold on. Bam! That didn't work. Move that over here. Oh, I did this on this scene like an idiot. Planet Missionary thing, Dolores. Kegel exercises are a thing too, lol. And let's Download that. Bop that back up. Bop. Up. Why am I over here? There we go. There we go. Pippa, don't go! Alright, let's check the Miss Super Chats, and then if we have time for a few more, I'll do a few more. Highly and juggling for $5. Yeah, I want a $5 bet about you being late. Why do you hate us? Bahamut for $5. Pippa, you ever thought about collabing with Charles Entertainment? Jeez! Didn't he go bankrupt? Copacetic $10 is a self-prescribed asshole. I think they meant stretch chat vertically. Also, how was your day, Pippa? 𝐂𝐚𝐭, thank you for the $5. You should put a Hot Wheels Excel Racers in the background. Also, my day was pretty good, thank you. Sean, thank you for the $2. He a creep. Highland Juggler, thank you for $2. Obligatory creepy stalker super chat. Am I the asshole? Objectively a cat, thank you for $2. People rubberneck at car crashes, same concept. Who's on first, thank you for $2. Archaeologists are just nosy. Pippa 2023. True. Welcome Lang, thank you for the 345. He's just trying to reactivate the I can fix him in her. T Greeny, thank you for the $5. Pippa, I need you to move out of the way. I'm trying to watch the content behind you and you were in the way, taking up too much space. Very big AL, thank you for the $2. Oops, that truck painting reminded me of the shoe polish. Lord Brown Bear, thank you for the shoe polish. What? Thank you for the $5. Crazy, I was crazy once. They locked me in a room, a bouncy room with bunnies. The bunnies made me crazy. You made me think of the donut operator video, where he has to blur out the man's guts on the road. Anyways. Brave SJ thing with the... I read that. Wait, no I didn't. Thank you for the $5. Crazy, I was crazy once. They locked me in a rubber room with rats. And rats make me crazy. Dynamic Doodle, thank you for the 382. I like the background, it hurts my brain, makes me feel sick. A standard Pippa stream, really. Nice PP, thank you for the $1. You're not a 2-view anymore, ding dong. Anything you do is going to annoy hundreds of people. You're used to it. Also, I rewatched the old Trigun anime movie while you were gone. Hell yeah. Jason Reed, thank you for the $5. I get that it's his mother, but it's been 20 fucking years. You gotta know when to let go. Minecraft Reloaded, thank you for $2. I thought it was cool too, Pips. Risk Videos, thank you for $2. We are well acquainted with Scuff. RJ, thank you for the... AZRK, thank you for the $2. Happy Saturday, gamers. Malcolm Lang, thank you for the 138. He's trying to save a dead horse at that stage, in my opinion. Smith of 11 Herbs and Spices, thank you for $5. I would try to fix Pippa for 20 years, but if she's still missing teeth at that point, I'm out. I'd better think for $10. I think Anon is a great person to devote that much of their time to someone else. It's pretty wholesome. It's sad what the outcome ended up being, but Anon did his best, and I'm proud of him. The Pegasus Boxing with the 382. Dissolving Tooth Guy here. And warranty rep for GM denied a guy a warranty on a new truck. 2023 Sierra Denali because he was a choosing beggar. Am I the asshole? What do you mean he was a choosing beggar? Arc Lighting for the 689. Every day is Kentucky Christmas. Binary Eclipse, thank you for the 345. I hate Christmas songs. At the end of the year, you will hear them everywhere. They repeat endlessly. It's inescapable. It's maddening. Lord Brown Bear, thank you for $5. If we're your brother, that explains why we bully you so much. Fire Planet Missionary, thank you for the $2. Pippa supporting incest and thottery. No. Kettle, thank you for $5. Pippa, I just adopted a bunny. Mind if I call it Pippa? I'd be honored. The Highly and Juggler, thank you for $5. We are your brother, and this is your OnlyFans. Let us support you like the good siblings we are. Have $2, but you gave me $5. BTN fan, thank you for the 382. A victimless crime. Bahamut, thank you for $2. Pippa saved me. My power went out again. Same time. That's fucked up. Some tending with a 333 sour Skittles fun. Thank you. Portal Gamer, thank you for $5. Should have just gotten the mosquito ringtone so the teach never noticed your phone going off. Mark Light, thank you for the 689. The kid sounds like chat. Ding dong, thank you for the 320. Maybe he had a crush on you. Carrot Clan Man, thank you for the 382. Sorry if I'm annoying you. So if I'm annoying you, you'll beat me. Interesting. No. Now. Bungo Bingo Tango Bango, thank you for $2. Peace was never an option. Club's child. Lord Sad Bro, thank you for $2. Did someone say Lucky Star? Hi, bye, sausage. Naturally negative, thank you for $2. Gotta watch out. FFL punches give poison damage. Oh, really? You don't say anything for $2? Personal needs no FFL paperwork. He's not a dealer. Max Gadsden, thank you for the 690. Slipkin Slipper. Hawklight, thank you for the 689. I need to know what a race she was before giving my opinion. No. Chiku, thank you for $2. Should have started on the teacher's desk like Cartman. Spartan, thank you for $5. No need. Oh, no, I need them to not have phones so dangerous things can happen to them for funny. TTU Lang Genius, thank you for $5. I had to quit being a teacher because I got assaulted by a student. My assailant got felony charges. Public school is messed up beyond all repair. I agree to that. Bah, nothing. Front doors, not angry, not fighting that angry kitten thing when you get in trouble, people. Derpy guy, thank you for $2. You're telling me a rabbit wouldn't use teeth? Mango bingo tango mango, thank you for $2. Who knew the P and Pipkin Pippa stood for Pitbull? Check thank you for the $2. Pimpa Pipkin Smacks. Gordo Gamer, thank you for the $10. I got expelled for running away from school after my teacher sent me out to the hallway for eating non-toxic glue in 4th grade. You got expelled for that? You ran away from the school after your teacher sent you out into the hallway, and they expelled you? What the fuck? I, like, never saw kids get expelled from schools. Like, the only time anyone ever got expelled from any of the schools that I went to is because they committed, like, a serious act of violence. Not like a regular schoolyard fight, but, like somebody really fucked up. And nothing but the 333. Am I the asshole for sharing hints about the reincarnation of a terminated VTuber with the fans of the past life? It depends. If it had the $2, best wing is fire. Sergeant Frostbite, thank you for $5. Pippa, I just want you to know I play XCOM 2 while listening to you. Well, hell yeah. Why did you eat the glue? I was 9. I ate glue in kindergarten. I ate orange sparkly glue. Oh wait, no, it wasn't kindergarten. It was 3rd grade. I remember. Based on the classroom. Because that school was a school I had previously went to for kindergarten. But it wasn't in kindergarten that I ate it. That explains a lot. I bet it does. Oh, bad thing with the 345. You can get away with bad stuff if you act calm while doing it. In hindsight, it's funny. Because when you watch, like, those police interview true crime videos and stuff, they're like, oh, because the person was acting too calm, that's what, like, tipped police off that actually they were guilty. But in school, that's not how that works. Actually, in school, if you act angry because something bad happened, that means you're guilty. Actually, if you act calm and like a fucking sociopath, that means you didn't do anything wrong and you're entirely innocent. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. If I had that knowledge when I was younger, I would have never gotten in trouble with anything. Calm equals guilty, nervous equals guilty. Not in school. In school, if you act calm, that means you didn't do anything wrong. And it was always the calm kids that got away with shit. It was always the confident little shits. I remember, like, just the smug fucking expression of some of the kids after they did horrible shit to you. They'd be so smug, and you'd call them out on it, and then you'd be the one to get in trouble. You would be the one to get in trouble for calling them out. And it's like, this person just smacked me upside the back of my head while walking by, and I'm the one that gets in trouble because I made a scene calling him out on it. How does that make any fucking sense? There are witnesses here. Nobody's gonna speak up for me because nobody fucking likes me. But there are witnesses here. Jesus Christ. Even when people do speak up for you, it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. Because you're still the one in the wrong for making a scene. It's so annoying. I hated school so much. I hated school so fucking much. When people talk about, like, oh, I'm so sad, you know, like, I went to, like, a private school, so I didn't get to experience, like, normal school, and I didn't get to have, like, a normal school life, whatever. Why would you want that? What do you mean? Why are you sad? Shut up. Shut up. All school sucks. In hindsight, if this was an age regression novel, okay, and I'm teleported back into, like, kindergartner me's body, I would fight my parents. I'd be like, send me to a nice school. I'm sorry, a what? They're called regressor stories. It's like isekai, but instead of getting sent to a new world, you get sent back to your past. Have you guys really never read one of those before? If I went back to being a kindergartner, I'd be like, you send me to like a private school. I'm gonna win life. I'm gonna study really hard and get really good grades with literally everything and get a bunch of fucking... I'm gonna enroll in a bunch of shit. I'm gonna take piano and I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna have all these accolades. While I'm small and can learn shit and I'm not depressed yet. While I have a will to live. Because eventually school will beat that out of you. Bahamut, thank you for $2. Power out for an estimated 6 hours. Arizona. I'm so sorry, man. The Highland Juggler, thank you for $2. Loose B, it's very real. Frank, thank you for $2. The Plappening. You can still learn piano if you want. But when you're a child, it's easier to do. Because it sticks in your brain. Becomes like second nature and shit. Regular's posted in mod chat. Thank you, thank you. George Argling with the 763. Why buy the milk when you can get chlamydia from a different cow for free? The Sand Goose, thank you for the $10. Crossover Maniac, thank you for the $5. What about open relationships or friends with benefits and having no expectation of being faithful? What do you think about that? It's not any of my fucking business. That's none of my goddamn business. If you want to do that, it's a free country. You go do whatever the fuck you want to do. And to each their own. I don't care. I personally would not want to partake in something like that. It just seems... I don't know. I'm not a very sexual person though. Like, I think like horny posting is a funny joke. But like, that seems like a lot to, like, a lot of negative for no benefit, I guess. Because, like, the benefit of a relationship is, like, having somebody to rely on and trust with your life and stuff. The sexual stuff is, like, a negative, in my opinion. So, but I guess if that's all you want, then, I don't know. More power to you. What if it's colorist? Will I do anything for colorist? Woman moment and woman moment. Thank James, thank you for $5. I hope you're well in your real life. Miss Pippa, love the stream. You're pretty funny. Gonna sub. Stay safe. Thank you. Dan Chan, thank you for 556. Thanks for the stream. This is a bribe for you to brush your teeth a second time today. American Eat, thank you for $5. On the topic of being fired, you're going to DC soon. Perfect time to perform the final yap. Now, Historia, thank you for the 153. She's lying. She ate glue last week. But Morale, thank you for $5. So you ate glue in 3rd grade and beat up a kid over Pokemon cards in high school. Late bloomer, I guess. Hero did it. Thank you for the $2. I like you, Wabbit. But you have a lot of anger, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Edmund Document, then come beep beep beep. Love you, Rabbit. Beep 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 beep. I remember when I was a kid walking around saying I have high blood pressure because I thought that meant I was an angry person. I thought like when I was a kid, right? Because I remembered seeing it in the movie. It was like same. I was like, people would be like, "Why are you so angry?" And I'd be like, "I don't know. I just have high blood pressure." I'm not very smart. Alright. We're at 11:46. Let's see. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more? These are so long. Okay, we'll do this one. This one seems a bit more tame. Oh man, then come BPP. I remember kids calling me a terrorist because I always had a big jacket on with the hoodie up. Or with the hood up. It was just cold. Also, who calls people a terrorist? I don't know. Kids are weird. Was this after 9/11? Best bad in Singapore, Lord. Speaking in DC, my friends convinced me you're a Fed now. I just said you're just figuring this out now. I'm not a Fed! Anyways. Hello! About a month or two ago, my contract was terminated at my old job. For context, I believe that honesty is kinder in the long run, and that I can't improve if people aren't honest with me. I was suddenly terminated without explanation or criticism of any specific behavior. They refused to describe any incidents, merely that they existed, which meant I couldn't defend myself. My boss also lied to me about whose decision it was to terminate me, saying it was corporate. But I learned later that it was his. What a pussy. After fighting a bit to talk to corporate, I learned that it was because I had observed that my female coworker's photo was unflattering, which was the wording that I used. She had been seeking praise for how beautiful she was, and all I saw was a very stressed person trying too hard. So I said that it was an unflattering photo. I had never had an argument or conflict with this coworker before, and considered her a friend. But I was fired 24 hours after making my observation. Everyone was also aware that this job is all I had. I was the top worker among my peers, and I had never been reprimanded for bad behavior. I was also told that there were 3 complaints total of rudeness over a 5-year period. Still, everyone I worked with expressed a desire to stay in my life. Because my boss refused to clarify who complained or what events spurred the complaints beyond the one I deduced, I have no way of knowing who I can trust not to sabotage me in the future. And so I'm forced to disassociate with everyone. Am I the asshole for telling the truth? Or for because no one was willing to tell me I was rude without trying to ruin my life? Or am I the asshole because some 1 or 2 people might possibly want to stay in my life and cause me greater harm? Are you the asshole because you told the woman her photo was unflattering and you got fired for it as a result? Yeah, 94% of people are saying no. Yeah, that seems weird. That seems really weird. Like, I don't blame you for overthinking, right? Like, I saw somebody in chat say you're overthinking, right? With the who to trust. You know, some people are fucking crazy. And if they really were, like, holding complaints against you, and they won't just tell you, right? Like, then you can't trust them. But honestly, your boss also might have just been making shit up as, like, an excuse. She was banging the boss. Yeah, I kind of think that this boss of yours, you worked here for 5 years? And he said it was over the course of, like, 3 complaints? About being rude? People are rude all the fucking time. She's banging your boss, dude. Well, your former boss. She's banging your former boss, or your boss is just a simp. A stupid fucking simp. And he fired you because... probably because she was talking to you and she wanted your validation. I think that's really what happened. I don't know. That's my opinion. Probably, yeah. Boss is jelly. She was thirst for OP. Regardless of what the situation was, no, you're not the asshole. You're the asshole for firing you over something so fucking stupid. That's for maniac thing with the $2. Tell the truth, but be tactful and not hurtful. Yeah, you could have been more tactful about it. But I think you are already, like, pretty decent about it. You know, just say, like, oh, it's an unflattering photo. But this is what I was kind of talking about yesterday, where people are just, like, aggressive about the stupidest shit. And you have to, like, there's like all these methods to try and coddle people. Because people are fucking snowflake-ass babies who can't handle the slightest bit of non-extreme positivity. So, in that scenario, like, your only chance of getting out of it alive was either to A, lie, or B, do, like, a compliment sandwich. Be like, Well, in the photo, you know, the lighting is really fantastic, and overall, I feel like it's a great outfit. I feel like this particular photo, like the angle wasn't very good, but overall, you know, like if you just took like another photo, like you would look fantastic in it. You know, like you have to do stupid shit like that. Because people are stupid and annoying. I just avoid human interaction in general. People have too thin of skin nowadays. People have always had too thin of skin. It's just they get older and they're like, oh no, back in my day, nobody had thin skin. And it's like, yes they did. You're just older now. And now you have a thicker skin. Also, you like to pretend that things were better than they were. And also, there wasn't such an easy way for all like the sad, pathetic people to complain about shit all the fucking time. Like as a group and get like an echo chamber. Back in my day, we touch grass. If this situation... Well, oh. If this was the situation, he's not the asshole, but it's possible they just wanted to fire him for things he didn't notice about himself. That's also likely. Like, you might have just been doing other shit that they didn't like. It's stupid that they won't just tell you. Apostrophe. Thank you for the $5. Not really the VTuber watcher and wouldn't have seen you without your hilarious and based comments about Vosh. Thank you for being you. Thank you. Thank you. It's always surprising what brings people to my content. Bilbo Swaggins, thank you for $5. Remember, Pips, Sam's your actual one true love and always waiting for you. Colress is a distraction. I don't like Sam! I do not like Jetstream Sam! Posted final stragglers in mod chat. Alright. Alright. Direct, thank you for the $5. Pansexual polyamory is the best answer to every shipping war. I don't know what this means. The best bet is thank you for $5. Speaking of DC, my friends convinced you're fed now. I read that. Customer may nickname $2. Tell the truth, but be tactful, not hurtful. Yeah. Yeah. To shipping wars? Like, what character belongs with who? I would never be able to... I used to like shipping and stuff when I was younger. Right? I used to ship the My Little Pony characters and stuff. And other random characters. Like Pokemon. I used to ship the Pokemon characters. But like... I don't know how people do it nowadays. People nowadays, they make everything like, oh, well, it's, this is, well, you can't ship, what was it? Okay, here's like a common ship. This wasn't one that I shipped, but like, this was a common one back in the day. It's like, Princess Celestia and Twilight Sparkle. Well, you can't ship them because Princess Celestia was Twilight Sparkle's teacher. And also she's like thousands of years older or whatever. And it's like, well, technically, actually, Princess Celestia was a mentor for Twilight Sparkle for a while. But from everything we know, Twilight Sparkle spent like the bulk of her time studying from books and shit. Like she got guidance from Princess Celestia, but this wasn't like a school teacher situation. But also, second of all, thousands of years old. Okay, so it's wrong when it's a horse. It's wrong when it's a lesbian horse. But when you do it with vampires, now it's okay. When it's an 18-year-old girl who is still in high school for some reason, and a fucking multi-hundred-year-old vampire, well, that's okay. But when it's the lesbian colorful horses, then it's a problematic issue. Okay. Okay. Like, that was kind of a thing back then, but like, not really. Most people got like laughed out of the room for that kind of shit. But now it's like, now you'll get like doxxed. Nowadays, you get doxxed for that kind of thing. And I've seen it. I've seen it. The fucking Genshin Impact fandom. Those motherfuckers dox each other for like shipping two characters that people don't think should be shipped together, like Kaya and Diluc, because they're blood brothers, because they grew up with the same dad, even though they're not blood related. They're blood brothers, as in like they have like the bond of like two best bros, basically. It's not incest. Personally, I don't care if it's incest anyways. They're fucking fictional characters. Why do you... I don't understand this shit, man. They're fictional characters. It's fucking fictional characters. I can completely understand. If you're uncomfortable with, like, Lolicon and Shotacon, I completely understand, alright? But you're getting mad about fictional incest and shit, man. They're fucking characters. They're not actually blood related. They're not gonna produce any offspring or whatever the fuck. You know, it's fucking whatever. Anything goes in fiction. I am personally of the mindset anything goes in fiction. I don't fucking care. Alright? What you try to do with that fiction can be bad. Right? If you're like... If you're posting... Like... I don't even know what. Basically, I think anything can kind of be weaponized. Okay? And if you're trying to do bad shit, you're trying to do bad shit. But just in general, I don't fucking care. It's none of my fucking business. Ragnar thinks the fictional characters don't have rights. I agree. What if I ship Colress with Tenma? Well, I personally don't want to look at it. I don't like looking at other Yuma Joshis. People that ship themselves with Colress. I don't like that shit. I don't want to see you smooching on Colress. Well, you know what I can do is I can get over it and I can not fucking look at it. Ultimately, it doesn't matter. It's fucking drawings. Why are you mad? Who cares? I don't know. Just don't do bad shit. Don't be a bad person. That's like the only thing that actually fucking matters in life. Average at best thing with $5. Do you have any ship not involving you that you absolutely despise? Like unignorable levels of despise. Oh, fuck. I used to really hate people shipping Ash and May from Pokemon. I hated that. A lot. Oh god. I don't really pay attention to ship stuff anymore. I don't know. This kind of stuff doesn't really bother me anymore. It's a weak ship in my opinion. I agree. Ash and May from Overwatch? Is that a ship? Is that a thing people ship? I don't know. In terms of like Overwatch, I don't know. I tend to focus, like, when it comes to like shipping stuff, there's more like stuff that I like rather than dislike. I don't know. Like I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like, I can think of ships that I like with Overwatch. I ship Tracer X Soldier 76. I don't understand that ship. I used to really like Sombra and Diva, and that was like a controversial ship. Like, oh, Sombra's like 40 years old, and Diva's like in her early 20s as Predator. Bro, I don't care. One's a hacker, one's a gamer. They're cute together. Shut the fuck up. Also, their color schemes work really nice with each other. It's a cute ship. Fuck off. Sombra's 40? I don't fucking know. People just made shit up. Sombra isn't that old. I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'll probably think of something later and be like, no, I hate that. I don't want to look at that. But there's nothing I can really think of right now. 𝐶𝑯𝑨𝒀𝑚 Complaints about shipping are as bad as... are as fictional as the shipping? Hanzo X May is a weird one? Why would that even exist? Those two don't, like, interact or have, like, anything... Like, what? I don't know. I don't know, Chad. I'm like looking around. I'm like trying to think. I feel like I should have an answer to this question, but I don't. I don't know. Oh! I can think of one. US, UK. I hated that shit, man. I hated that shit. I don't have an interest in Italia anymore, but I used to hate when people would ship America and England together from Italia. That was awful. US, UK, yeah. That was unbearable. I looked at that shit, I was like, what the fuck is this? Why does it even... No! That's weird. Fuck you. You're stupid. Again, I can't think of anything recent. I feel like I would have one for Genshin Impact if I thought about it, but... I can't think of one. I can't think of one. Mr. 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭. 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭 and 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭, please no. I haven't gotten that far in the story. Mine is probably Bakugo x Deku, but I don't watch the show, so I'm probably wrong. Azure Lane? I don't have any ships that I hate in Azure Lane. Ha, ships. I like shipping Bismarck and Hood, and Enterprise and Belfast. But I can't think of any ships in there that I'm like, no, ew. I don't know. Shipping ships, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna pick somebody to raid. Kind of vanilla there, but alright. I mean... if it works, it works. I never said I had unique taste or whatever, man. Let's raid. Cinnabonbon. I'm gonna raid Cinnabonbon. Oh, Nyaru's online? She didn't pop up in the list. I haven't raided Nyaru in a long time. Have I? Yeah, Nyaru is online. What the heck? Also, you guys said Leah? Wait. Leah also didn't pop up in the list. No, Leah's not popping up in the list. What the hell? There's a channel called Church of Leah? Roll dice time? Oh, Leah ended. Okay. Let's just raid Nyaru. This has been a long time. But, eventually I'll think of a ship that I really fucking hate, and I'll go on Twitter and I'll be like, aha! I hate this! And then all of the shippers will come to my page and they'll be like, you fucking, blah, 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 you hate it because this, because that, blah, 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 whatever. Whatever! Yeah. Have to take care of your mouth. I should. Free content farming. Yeah. I could really piss them off and I could list off my problematic ships. I could also list off, I have multi-ships. I have some multi-ships, like, oh... I used to hate multi-shipping, but then I was like... You know, if alternate universes and stuff exist, then... You know, like, people make, like, alternate universes for characters. So, like, why can't you have, like, oh... In that universe, those two could work out. And in this other universe, these two could work out. You know, whatever. I don't put that much thought into it anymore. I have an documenting front doors. I prefer battleships, Bahamut and Tours, Ark Royal, and any destroyer. Oh my god. Not multi-shipping as in like polyamorous ships or whatever. I don't have any of those. But shipping only makes sense, you? Check bot chat. Oh, there's more. Taraj, thank you for the $5. I ship Pipax Leah with a side of Urka for spice. Neil Hardkadiv, thank you for the $5.94. Base, Twilestia shippers. Melvin Merkel Hopper, thank you. The only ship I believe is Mr. Krabs and Money. Little Swaggins, thank you for $5. You say that, Pips? But weren't you the one we told Is about the spicy dream. No, there was no spicy dream. Captain, thank you for the dollars. The Genshin Impact fandom is a horrible sunken wasteland. Hito, thank you for the $5. I'm a Genshin Impact player and I hate other Genshin Impact players. I'm gonna do Jima, thank you for 5 pippies. The Shizel, thank you for the $5. Personally, I'm tired of death battles where this fictional character would beat that fictional character. Fighting for thank you for $2. I stayed awake. Good night, Rabbit. I think this character would beat this other fictional character is stupid because they exist in different universes. And so, it's impossible to say this character would beat this other character because, like, the context of the universe... It's not, like, on a technical scale of how powerful a character is that makes them interesting. That's like the brain damage, like, I'm so edgy, motherfucker, terrible writer take that you see in a lot of isekai novels. Right? What matters is the context the character is in. If... Like, okay... If L and Light in Death Note were in a world that was full of like super geniuses, then those two characters would not be interesting because they'd be surrounded by other characters who are also super fucking smart. The appeal of L and Light is watching like two geniuses go back and forth with like a mental war, and Light having a book that lets him kill anybody as long as he knows their name. But if in this world everybody had like fucking amazing weapons and powers and magic and shit, and anyone could just kill anyone and blah 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 blah. I mean, in real life anyone can kill anyone. It's just if you just make everything like ridiculous, it has no weight. It has no impact. There's no context. Context is what's important, and that's why, in my opinion, the Goku versus Superman shit is stupid. It's stupid. You're saying you hate the Marvel and DC universes? I don't know. I don't hate them. I just like them when it's only in like episodic form. I don't like it when I don't like the big mashups. I didn't like Avengers. I didn't like Avengers Endgame. I didn't like any of that. I did not. Because then when you have, like, Hulk next to Thor, well, now Hulk looks like a little fucking bitch ass because Thor's got a hammer that can do everything that the Hulk can do. But he just has a hammer and it has magic. He's not cool anymore. Hawkeye looks like a fucking clown compared to everybody else. If he was just in his own movie, he'd be cool. But when you put him next to fucking magic users and shit, he's not cool anymore. Anyways, I'm gonna end stream. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. My name is Pumpkin Peppa. And I hope you have a wonderful night. And oh, the city's gone because it's nighttime. Good night.